up in the air. Throw up all the AKs right now. Let me drop the. Wait, hold on. Let me drop the open. Let me drop the open.
Welcome back to the Hank Strange Situation.
Let's show off some
Bakelite
Bakelite, some Russian Bakelite.
Yeah, there you go. Make sure you guys subscribe. Okay, come on. Let's do AK Jazz Hands, people. Come on. I hope you got your 7.62 by 39 panties on.
545.
Oh, look at that.
Excuse you?
Babyface is showing off.
Do I need to go get some 7.62? I'll get some 7.62.
No, it's cool. We are live. Welcome back to the Hank Strange Situation. This is episode 387. We're going to do AK-47 talk with our guest Patrick from Accu-Tech, Acu-Tech Arms, for those who are listening. If you want to look it up, it's ACU-TEC Arms. Those are the guys that are building an AK for me. They make a bull barrel for an AK. Am I wrong with that, Patrick?
No, that's right. We have one step down versus the standard 9.
Oh, okay. Yes. So we've got Patrick here, and he's in the shop. He's in the Accu-Tech shop. So we'll get to see some other guys. We've got Walter Keller. We're doing a nice little quad screen tonight here. We got Walter Keller. He's got Walter. What AK is this, Walter? This looks.
This is actually well, the receiver's not Polish, but all the other hardware and parts are.
Yeah, I like that stock.
Oh, the laminated Polish stuff is like it's like awesome.
Yeah, Walter's showing off. Yeah. Babyface.
If you've got a milled receiver, you can buy the Polish stocks and put it on it. But.
Yeah. Now Babyface has his crank that he's
tactical.
Really proud. Yeah, there you go.
Tactical crank with my home built optic.
Yeah, and Patrick. You know what, Patrick? I'm gonna call you Styles P, man. I'm gonna call you Styles P. I know there's already another Styles P, but I'm gonna call you Styles P because there's Babyface P, who's also named Patrick, and then you're Patrick.
That's right.
Yeah, so now you got to be Styles P, man.
All right, now stop your shit, man. I got myself a Draco.
Oh,
no,
Walter.
Now.
How's the 2x4 on the front? The pine handguard.
No self-respecting.
Why are you are starting hate early?
No self-respecting Romanian would say Draco. Okay.
Draco.
What is it? What is this?
Like Draco.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I used to say. That. Yeah.
Yeah. Are you planning on doing some drive-bys?
What's that?
Are you planning on doing some drive-bys?
I didn't get that.
It's the access. Get it out the window.
Once again, you can't fix that one thing. Stupid. You can't fix stupid, man.
Yeah, I don't know. So Patrick, what we were talking about is, have you ever heard of what's the name of the rapper again? I forgot his name. Kodak Black.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Kodak Black apparently went to a store in Florida, bought a Draco, did the background check, lied, said that he wasn't under any kind of indictments or anything, lied, then rented a Porsche, and then try to roll up on someone and drive by their house, drops the Draco outside the house.
Leaves it.
Yeah, crashes the Porsche not far away and leaves that.
And then says it's not him.
Yeah.
Hey, if you're gonna go with one felony, let's just go with Mini, right?
Yeah.
I guess you might as well go all in. Walter, what are you trying to show us there? What is that?
Well, you know how I was making the 30mm shot glasses?
Oh, okay.
Well, we did a little engraving with the milling machine today. So.
Ooh.
Oh, that is cool looking. I like it.
Yeah.
Cool. Make that better.
It happens to have some stuff in it.
Hold it. Oh, you're drinking something in it. Oh.
I'm going to inaugurate the shot glass with a little bit of.
Well, I only got water. I don't know about stuff.
I got a fat tire.
Got a fat tire. Oh. Is that what they call it nowadays? Is that what the kids are calling it?
This is like double shot size too. So
yeah, that is a lot of drink right there.
Yeah.
So it's a manly shot. Yeah.
This is our last night for the week, so this is going to be pretty insane then, I'm guessing.
Yeah, probably.
Since two of us, half the party is currently boozing it up, so.
It's too early. In Colorado, it's 5 o'clock. You know.
It's perfect.
5? Yeah, that's all you need, according to what's the name of?
8 guys. 8 o'clock.
Oh, 8. What's the name of the guy that's what's that guy that says it's 5 o'clock somewhere? Like everyone in Florida listens to him.
Jimmy Buffett?
Jimmy Buffett. There you go.
Yeah. He's got some good marketing, guys.
So listen, I think Patrick, you're the only. You're probably. Did you ever use an AK in combat or anything like that?
Yeah, so when I was in Iraq, we'd pick them up all the time because they're just everywhere, right? So they make you turn them in at the end of the day, but the next day you just pick up another one because you'll
How
find them.
insane is that? Where you're just like, let's pick it up.
Yeah.
I'll run it over with the Humvee if I care. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Did you find any nice ones?
I actually was part of the initial evasion into the palace, and we ended up finding that gold-plated AK.
Oh man,
the FBI warehouse, but that was my group that found all that.
Did you get to handle it at all?
Yeah. Lots of pictures.
Super cool. That's awesome.
Cool.
Yeah. Did you shoot it?
No. You get. I mean, you're kind of shocked and awed. You know, I was 18 years old, and I'm like, this is a gold-plated AK. Like, I just want to. I don't want to. Yeah. I don't want to destroy it.
Yeah. No, that's everyone's dream. So that one that you found,
wait a minute, hang on. Don't include me in everyone's dream.
You don't want a gold-plated AK, Walter? Don't lie. Don't lie right now.
I'd rather have some of those MP44s they found over there and stuff.
Right.
Oh well.
Some of the stockpiles that I've seen C4'd are just stuff that they're destroying is just heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's because they're just plain stupid.
Yeah.
All that stuff should be gathered in one place and made ready for the next revolution. But
you just made it to the next country, right?
Yeah.
Nothing else. Hire a contractor and make them into part sets, right? Flip it a little bit, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree with you. We should get.
Oh yeah.
We should get some kind of spoils, man. You know.
Hell yeah. AK parts kits? Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's one of the problems with the whole thing. Now it's the kinder and gentler army where you don't go in and the guys can't get any guns. They can't bring any souvenirs legally. I'm sure they do, but you know.
Patrick, do not incriminate yourself.
Yeah, I was just about to ask. I hear first wave guys that went in had a lot more freedoms than people there now. I've been told that.
Yeah. You can speak on this, Patrick, without incriminating yourself. And also, you're going to have to talk up because everyone here is pretty rowdy at this point. So,
guys find ways to sneak things back. That's just the way it works, you know? I mean, there's a will, there's a way, right?
Oh, yeah. There was a dude, I heard stories of a dude in maybe Vietnam who parted out a Humvee and got it back overseas part by part. Like, mailed a Humvee.
Sorry, but...
it couldn't be Vietnam. We didn't have Humvees then.
What did we have?
M15.
A Jeep?
M15. There was Jeeps too there. Yeah.
No, I'm sorry, it wasn't a Humvee. I meant Jeep. It was a Willys Jeep that he parted out.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh well, lots of stuff happened in Vietnam, man. If you look at the movies, right? There's lots of stuff.
You know, there's probably soldiers who just walked away and are still in Vietnam, hanging out, living.
Yeah. Making babies.
All right.
Every now and then there's some whatever the mulatto version is over there. You know, there's some babies walking around.
Right.
Yeah. You know, there's some Vietnamese people with a big beard like yours, and they're like, yeah, we know.
Yeah,
we know where you came from.
Right there, right? We know something happened.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, so listen, we're going to talk about AK stuff for all the folks out there. We're going to do AK. I don't know if there's other things you guys want to talk about. I think Patrick is going to give us like a little bit tour of the shop there at Accu-Tech. You know, we can get into this anywhere you guys want to. I see Richard from BWE Firearms out there in the chat. Let me go through and shout out everyone really quick. We've got over 100 people in the chat already. Please smash the thumbs ups. I don't see 100 thumbs ups. You know, I would appreciate it if I did. If you hate us, thumbs down. That's all good. That's all good. If you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Ring the bell so you can be notified when we put up videos. You know, be sure to check out everyone in here. I just want to say, like, everyone here has a YouTube channel. You need to check it out. Acu-Tech has a YouTube channel, right, Patrick?
No, not yet, because we released the firearm in October, so we've got a few videos that we've put together, and I've just got to get them up and uploaded.
What are you waiting on? Get a YouTube channel right now.
Things going on at once, but yeah, no, we need to get on that.
Yeah, at this moment, while we're doing the show, tell Chris YouTube channel.
He says go build a YouTube.
I hear you.
This is what I did the whole time when I was hanging out with those guys at NRA, by the way. So, Babyface Walter, you think it's only you guys that I order around?
Seriously.
You can order all you want. You ain't gonna get no.
Yeah, that's pretty much these guys' plan. Like, yeah, let's just tell Hank, yes, sure, we'll do it.
Whatever.
Yeah. So go look out for all the social media from Acu-Tech. Walter has social media as well. He does have a YouTube channel, Safety Harbor Firearms, and Babyface P. Though we need to get you guys Babyface P. We're trying to get him up to 1,000 subscribers.
260 away. I need 260 subs.
Yeah. Please.
We're getting there.
Yeah, take your butts over to Babyface P and subscribe right now. Let's see.
We have more content coming. If anybody is following me on Instagram, you can see that I got some stuff done on the lathe. We got a lot of stuff coming. So
yeah,
videos will start, and they're not just going to be gun videos. It'll be a lot of machining videos as well, as I learn to use the lathe. So it'll be interesting stuff.
Yeah.
If you have questions, let us know, because that's what we do as well.
Say that again.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, say that again, because you didn't come in clearly.
Oh, if he needs help with that, we are a machine shop first. That's where we kind of started. So.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
so you can't get me started because I'll talk about it all night, but I just picked up a LeBlanc 13-inch heavy-duty lathe that was built in the 30s, 1932, 33, massive old beast.
You just picked up a LeBlanc, that's what I heard.
Did this break up again?
No.
Oh God, you're killing me. You're making me think that because you keep telling me the cable's going bad.
He's just messing.
I'm just messing with you. I just heard the LeBlanc part. I picked up a LeBlanc.
Yeah, so learning to use it and everything is going to be really exciting.
Yeah. No, we are definitely going to talk about machining since these guys are into machining. This is what they do.
Oh yeah.
Let me show. This is the channel I'm showing right now on the screen. Babyface P. Go to the channel. 711 people subscribed. Let's try to get that up. You know, let's see. Can we get to that 1,000 in this show? Let's see how close we can get to that. Maybe we'll make. I'll put one of those filters on Babyface's face if we get there.
Can I jump right in with an Accu-Tech question?
Yep.
Sure.
The bull barrel that you guys make, is it basically, do you just punch the pin out of your AK, press your barrel out, and it's made to pretty much fit the trunnion?
We'll fit your standard trunnion, yeah. So
Okay,
I mean,
cool.
Yeah, anything will work. So we built the entire front end to fit a standard AK. So all your standard hand guards, if you have a quad rail, something like that, it all fits over our gas tube and barrel assembly. That was kind of one of the things that we wanted to build. So we can't go any bigger on that barrel. It is the max size to be able to fit standard hand guards.
Have you guys seen some major differences in like barrel whip and stuff like that from the thicker barrel?
So I've got a buddy with a slow-mo camera, and that's one of the videos we're working on. Is we want to go out and like compare the two and see the wobble. But I mean, for every step down you have, you know, there's going to be more wobble, especially on an AK barrel that has those harsh step downs. Where we only have the one step down and it's tapered, so I would imagine most of that wobble is going to go away just based off of mechanical background, right?
Yeah, cool. I want to see that wobble. I want to see what happens there myself. That's pretty interesting.
I mean, looking at the pictures, I'm on the Firearm blog from the 2019 SHOT Show pics that they had up, and it is just the barrel and gas block and everything in the white is super pretty.
Yeah, let me
the machine.
See. Where is that article? I saw that.
I have one sitting on the table. So.
It is.
Yeah, show us the one you have then. Why am I even looking for the pictures? Hold on, let me make this
there you go.
There you go. Okay, I'm making.
And the cool thing I see,
looks good.
So you guys are doing a rear sight that is notched. Is that how that works?
So this, you can basically punch this out. It's just dovetailed in, and now you can fit a optic back there as well.
Oh, that's sweet. So it's a piece of Picatinny, so you could fit anything Picatinny on it.
Yeah. If anyone's gonna love this, I know it's gonna be Babyface.
No, I'm about it. It's really neat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
and then the other part is we made this a clamp on as well. Mm-hmm. Now you can actually adjust whatever furniture.
Because I really love filing in my handguards. It's
great.
It's my favorite thing to do for 7 hours.
Right.
He's not being sarcastic.
Right. I mean, the stuff people do to try to customize an AK, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Unless you're like Walter. Walter wants them all original, right, Walt?
Well, if you start out original, yes. If you build it, that's different. But technically, there's not really very many original AKs unless you get something pre-banned. Because if it's got an American-made receiver, it's really not original.
That's mine.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I mean, the only affordable originals now are the Chinese Mac 90s or something like that, and even still, those are Chinese guns.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but everybody never turn your nose up at Chinese gun. That freaking thing will run until
Norinco's also good stuff.
You see these palm tree jockeys running around with these tight fits.
Yeah.
All corners of the earth, all the palm tree jockeys running around with tight 56s with folding bayonets. They'll run till their stocks are past the stocks are falling off them.
Yep.
I know what the new safety harbor patch needs to be now.
Dude riding a palm tree.
Yeah, it needs to be a dude on a palm tree.
That's a good idea.
With an AK.
Actually, you see these pictures of captured weapons over there, and they originally had a wooden stock, and all the stocks are off in the back. I've seen these pictures where it's just like piles of missing, and they turn them into, they don't need no stock, man. They just
you just hold it over the wall.
Do this shit, and it's like. Yeah. Well, most of them, to be honest with you, a lot of the combatants that you run into, first thing, they can't see past the end of their arms because their vision sucks so bad. They don't wear glasses and shit, so that they got to shoot like that. Just think if they could really aim.
Yeah. Yeah. I thought the veteran was going to be bad, but we got Walter. So
yeah.
Sorry.
when you
no quarter for the palm tree jockey. Sorry.
So okay, all right. Okay, good stuff, Walt. Good stuff. Let's see. Warsaw Patriot says you shouldn't even have to file in your handguards. So he wants to get that up there. I know there's a bunch of comments and stuff like that coming up. Shout out to everyone who's in here. If you have questions and stuff like that, let us know right now. Go ahead.
On a virgin barrel, the barrels that I've worked with have all been like total virgin barrels, and you have to, for the handguard retaining plate, you have to file in the groove to flip the little lever over. That's what I mean by filing in your handguard, and that takes hours with your little. Because I like to do it pretty and have it fit well and tight, so I take a long time to do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm sure there's like a jig out there that would make it really quick with like a Dremel or something, but I don't own it.
Yeah. Well, what do you have to say to that, Patrick?
You can just buy ours, and then you won't have to do that.
There you go. Yeah, that's right. That's
that's
the correct answer.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. Okay, there you go. Easy answer. So let's see. If we're gonna have this AK talk here, maybe we should start like with what's everyone's favorite AK. Do you want to start there? You should start. So I mean, I like an underfolder. That's why I have this. I know it's not practical. I know. Everyone's gonna hate on me because they're gonna be like, "Okay, Hank Strange, that is not even freaking practical." Because when you unfold the stock, this, I think if you have an underfolder, you probably have to get this like wrapped, or I see people put like paracord and things around there.
I still don't think that's gonna help.
Yeah, it's probably not gonna help. But I just like it. I just like it for the folding purposes. Okay, yeah. Right. So like what Babyface has with the what is that stock called? What's the triangular one called?
Triangular. It's triangle, Russian triangle stock.
Okay. Is that what is in Russian? Is triangular in Russian still?
Let's assume yes.
Yeah. Okay.
That's good.
Okay. So Babyface, you're saying yours is a crank, right? That's what you're saying?
Crank with a side folding stock. That is my favorite way to go.
Okay.
Because then it folds up, clips in, and
tight. Okay. You know what? That's pretty cool, actually. But you know what? Those aren't easy to get, right? So those triangular side foldy things.
They're easy to get if you have a lot of money. They're really expensive.
Okay.
And you know where to get them.
Yeah, you got to look around.
And you know where to get them.
They're just stupidly expensive.
Yeah, that's what someone needs to make. Hint to the Accu-Tech guys.
Yeah, there are new triangle stocks too, by the way.
Are there?
Who's making that? Who's making those? Well,
I know the Bulgarians still make them, and probably the Russians still make them. And then I think I saw something that made in Taiwan too.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, I got today nice laminated stock. I didn't know where it was made. I got it from Centerfire.
Mm-hmm.
and it shows up, and there's a sticker that says "Made in Taiwan."
Oh, okay.
And it's a not bad stock, man. Laminated AK stock.
Yeah.
So,
by the way, let's just stop here for a second. Someone wants me to shout out Richard Monder. Apparently became a lifetime member of GOA. Our friend Richard from the UK. Is that correct? Am I missing that?
Oh, cool. I see that. Richard Monder.
I see someone here is telling Babyface to tell me because I don't pay attention.
Yes. Richard Monder became a lifetime GOA member.
Oh, cool. Okay.
That's exciting because he's not even fighting for his own right.
Yeah, he's not even in America.
I know.
He's in the UK.
It's appreciated.
Yeah. You know, because the UK, it's like a whole kind of Game of Thrones situation. The White Walkers came in and took over. And
they won.
Yeah, and they won, and they lost their freedom.
That's the problem.
Yeah, so, cool, congratulations.
Yeah, somebody will leave that coffee cup on the table and blow the whole thing, so.
Yeah. And let's see, Hooten in the house says, my Rifle Dynamics AK with a Knight CQB suppressor. Oh, wow, that's balling.
Yeah.
It is pretty balling.
Yeah, Hooten in the house is balling out. Okay, I respect that. I respect that. So, let's see. Let's go to Walter. What's your favorite AK, Walter? I know you got a few.
And my favorite of all time is like old school milled with a regular stock. Just because it's solid and stout, and then, by the way, the heaviest barrels for the standard type AKs come on the old milled guns.
So who started this milling thing then? You said the old school milled. The Russians.
The Russians first made sheet metal ones, and then they had issues. They had issues with the receivers, so they went to milled, and then they finally figured out how to make a sheet metal receiver. It's a funny story because the Germans that they were holding after the war were experts in sheet metal, but the Russians didn't want them to see the AK. Didn't want the Germans to touch it. But anyways, yeah. So the Russians first, and then they went back to sheet metal. But all the major Poles, the East Germans ever made a milled gun. I'm not sure. The Hungarians made a milled gun. Most of the Eastern Bloc countries at some point made a milled gun. Chinese make milled guns. So.
Okay. All right. That goes to show you what I know, which is not much. Brian Quick says.
Our future plan is to make a milled part in-house as well.
Okay. Brian Quick says, you guys and your Gucci AKs. All right, Brian Quick. Let us know what your AK is, please. Just put it in there.
Walther 10.
Yeah, I'll put it up. So what's yours, Patrick? What's your favorite AK?
For me, I ran a standard Romanian AK for years. That thing, I was able to beat the hell out of it and do whatever I wanted. I've got videos where I buried it in the dirt, chucked it down a mountain, ran over it with a dually, and that thing just kept going. So my personal opinion right now, the Romanians have a pretty solid platform that I enjoy. I go back and forth between the Romanians and the Bulgarians, but I ran a Romanian for a long, long time. So something like.
Boom. Okay.
I hear Bulgies are fantastic too.
But yeah, I mean, we've just beat the crap out of the old Romanian ones.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Very cool. Very cool. I think Walter is off. I sense Walter is off right now getting more guns, Babyface. Right?
Am I going to have to... When Walter gets back, I'll go get one too. Okay, he's back. Let me go grab my...
Okay,
grab
go
another
ahead.
AK.
Go ahead. And by the way, where is the Hank Strange special? Do you guys have it? Go ahead, Walter. What did you...
I went to go grab one of my favorite guns. It's 545 though.
Okay, so, that's awesome.
The Polish Tantal is a really, really sweet shooting 545 gun. Mm-hmm. This particular one here was my first attempt at do-it-yourself receiver. Mm-hmm. So it was actually at a build party. Those things we can't have anymore.
No.
And I was already in FFL when I went to somebody else's build party, and we bent the receiver and welded in the rails. And I actually welded this whole gun together. I TIG welded everything all together, and it works fine. But anyway, I went ahead. I didn't really care for the Polish folding stock. So speaking of Romanian, I put a nice Romanian laminated stock on the back, and this thing is the nicest shooting rifle.
Okay, so how do you tell the Romanian stock? So that's
it's laminated first thing.
Okay.
Yep.
I don't know if the Romanians ever made any solid wood stocks that weren't laminated.
Not that I know of. I think most of them have been laminated.
Yeah. This particular one here cleaned up really nice. I couldn't believe how nice it looked after I cleaned it up. But and I just rubbed it down with tung oil and some sandpaper, and boom, it's done. So, but yeah, Romanian grip, the real McCoy, that big, like the red color stuff, and the rest of the parts are Polish and Keller, I should say, and yeah, this thing runs good. Yeah.
So cool. John Blaze gave us $5. He says, "What's up, guys? Did you guys ever see the Delta Level Defense CT4 2A other AR-15?" No. Someone's gonna have to look that up right now.
That's a lot of letters.
Yeah.
Here's the other one.
Yeah. Let's let me. Okay. So here, Babyface. What's this, Babyface? What are we looking at?
It's a Tula, 1969 Tula parts kit that I built.
Okay. Was this your first parts kit?
Yeah, this is my first AK build, and it turned out really, really nice. Sadly, I never shoot this thing hardly.
Oh, okay.
But it's a good gun. Still a good gun. It runs great.
Right. What do you now? I heard Patrick back when Walter was talking about 545. Are you anti 545?
To me, it was Russia's attempt to keep up with the 5.56, and to me, I think they should have just stayed with the 30 cal. I mean, it's kind of everyone's kind of figuring out that the 223 or 5.45. I mean, it's a varmint round. It's cool, but I wouldn't go to war with it.
Okay.
Been there, wasn't that much fun.
Okay, so anyone has any rebuttals to that?
I love my 5.45.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel the same way.
Soft shooting, lightweight. I don't know. I love it.
Yeah, actually, you know what I forgot? Oh man, I'm so mad at myself right now. Go ahead.
Looking at cartridges when they were trying to change it up before the AR and that kind of thing. One of the big parameters was a soldier being able to carry more ammo. So that's one of the reasons they went to 5.56. It's light. It's a lot lighter. You can carry more. I mean, our daily pack was 300 rounds when I was in Iraq, minimum 300 rounds, right? So, I mean, carrying 300 rounds of 7.62, you're going to have to be strong, right? But,
a lot of weight.
I mean, my thing is lift heavy shit, get stronger. So I just, I like the 30 caliber round and just kind of the things it can do. I mean, my 1,000 yards is a 308. I run 7.62s. My favorite firearm of all time is the FAL. It's a 30 caliber. I just kind of hover in that. For me, that's the round I like.
Okay. All right. Understood. You know what I was going to say? I completely forgot, and Walter's showing an AK right now.
I had to pull out some of those East German magazines.
Oh, okay. Oh, Baker Light.
Yeah, those
Baker
are
Light
beautiful.
in the house. Walter.
Oh, since Walter's showing that off, I do have a parts kit downstairs, Walter.
Yes.
That I need to. A friend just brought it in. He wants some help building it. Where is it from? Can you tell?
That looks good.
East German. It's funny now. It's funny. What I find real kind of amusing now is right now the East German stuff is like in vogue. There was a time, Babyface, you couldn't give those stocks to AK guys.
Really?
They didn't want nothing to do with that plastic junk.
It's so lightweight, and it's like the kit came in, and I took it apart to look at it. It's just weird. I'm used to the hardwood that's on the laminate, at least it's on the AK that I have. The plastic is really weird, but he wanted an East German, and he got a parts kit, and I told him I'd help him build it. So
I like the I like the dots in there. It looks like there's some African tribes that do that to their faces
for her pleasure.
Yeah,
is that what?
Yeah.
It's called pebble.
Yeah, pebbled. Okay, all right.
We're not scar rating our skin.
I was gonna say. So here's the thing. I was gonna say. I'm so mad at myself because I actually have a 5.45 bullpup AK and I forgot to bring that thing in. I'm so mad. I am so mad. I just realized that thing's awesome.
Bring that abomination
it's
to
awesome.
a real man's AK conversation.
Oh damn you, Babyface!
That's funny. I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to.
Oh yeah. Patrick had to go be.
But it sounds like I haven't seen it, but it sounds like I shouldn't see it.
No, it is awesome. I am really mad. I forgot that thing.
It's a Century Arms one
Abomination.
with stock on.
Yeah. It's amazing. It's
It's a
amazing.
homunculus.
Yeah. It's amazing. It's an amazing gun.
If it was a Groza, it'd be amazing.
Yeah.
The only good bullpup is a Groza.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, let's take a look at this CT4XVY that John Blaze is talking about. The CT42A. It looks like AR pistol. I'm not really sure what the thing is with it, but it's an AR pistol.
Cool.
Yeah, which is, I've got nothing against that. So you have to let us know, John Blaze, what you specifically like about it.
That was cool.
Yeah, there's lots of things like that out there. The amazing thing with the pistols, those SIG braces now, is that the ATF might as well just stop the stupid SBR nonsense.
There's no reason.
Yeah. So I can't knock those at all. Let's see. Walter's grabbing more guns here.
Yeah, of course. You got the AK fever going here. So.
Rich White.
Do you want me to go get shotguns from downstairs? I can do that too.
Yes, yeah. If they're in the AK category.
Walter's got us covered. We're good. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is one of the recent imports. This was put together by DDI, but it was put together by them or something. But yeah, it's the one that they're based on. They come out of China.
Yeah.
I have two really nice Saigas in my safe. They're beautiful. I paid next to nothing for them.
You paid $0
because they don't belong to me.
Yeah, they don't belong to you.
I'm gonna start charging you guys storage fees every month.
Really?
That I have to keep in my safe.
Oh, okay. Remember, you've got some suppressors at my place.
Oh shit, that's right.
Yeah. If you ever want to see those bad boys ever again. Rich White, I wish I had a smack button right now. Rich White put bullpup AKs are garbage.
Unless it's a Groza. If it's a Groza, it's dope.
Yeah.
Unless you have an original Chinese one or original something or other, yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Speaking of Chinese, I just keep moving around here. There's more and more stuff every time I turn around.
Yeah, Walter's just pulling out guns from
just hidden behind a box.
Yeah. Usually he's not this active, but we're talking AKs.
I know. He's whipping them out. Look at this. Here's another?
Jeez.
This is another, actually,
he's not even phased.
One of the rarer ones in the country. This is a Type 84S. Which is
5.56?
the 223 Chinese gun.
Okay.
Is it a Norinco Type 84?
Yeah, Norinco.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a Norinco?
Yeah, it's a Norinco. Yeah,
I call dibs.
I've always heard Norincos are good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, this one here has a little issue. I don't know. I straightened out the gas port, and I think by straightening out the gas port on the barrel, I think I blocked part of the gas port.
Yeah, because something else was bent.
Yeah, drilled it crooked.
So, they did. I didn't do it. So that needs to be fixed. But aside from that, it's.
Listen, send it my way. I'll make sure it's properly disposed of for you.
I'm thinking about maybe SBR in this thing or doing something. I don't know. It's pretty plain the way it is. I don't know. It needs to be jazzed up a little bit.
You need some Zenitco on there.
Yeah.
It needs
What would you do with this, Patrick? What would you do?
Gold plate it. Fix it and gold plate.
Gold plate. There you go.
Patrick is still trying to get back his gold-plated AK that he found.
Archangel's asking Accu-Tech if they have any plans on making bullpup AKs.
Oh,
I couldn't even say that straight. I'm sorry.
Production rifle, but we do custom stuff for people. If someone calls in and says, "Hey, we want to do a custom thing," we can do stuff, but we want to focus more on the production right now. So getting this rifle out there, getting people to know our name, and then eventually the milled receiver, and then maybe start toying with stuff like bullpups, or maybe getting into like long range stuff, PSLs, so on, and do it in a popular American caliber. Do like 308 versus the standard Russian ammo. But that's all. I mean, we've got a plan right now of let's get this standard rifle on the market, then release the milled receiver, and then we can start playing around with other things.
Mm-hmm.
Did you say?
Let us know.
Did you say 308?
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Walter pulling out the 308.
I heard Colt Python. We're talking Colt Pythons now, right?
Come on now. Now you're
kind of like.
Go ahead.
I had to get this is the Malat. This is a I had to get, when the ban happened or they stopped the importation, I thought that they would immediately run out of them in a very short period of time, but I think a whole shipload of them showed up. And since the market was kind of flooded or was so slow, it took, I don't know, some places still have banned guns or the Russian guns, so there's been no rush to buy them. So, I don't know what. Kind of weird.
Yeah. Let me see. There's a couple things going on here that Lola wants me to do. I just saw someone said, when are your guns coming out? I think you can already get them, right?
Yeah. So we released it in October, soft release, and then we did. We were at SHOT Show, and then NRA was more kind of our like, hey guys, we're alive and we exist kind of thing. So now we're trying to go dealer direct, but we will, like, if someone calls us, we'll ship to their local FFL, that kind of thing. So Acu-Tech-Arms.com, get a hold of us. You can place, email or phone call. But yeah, we've got, I think, 60 right now sitting on a pallet ready to ship out. So
cool.
We're ready.
What kind of prices are we looking at?
A standard AK. So it doesn't matter what color you get. So we've got them green, black, or tan, that kind of thing, adjustable stock, all that. It's a $12.50 retail from us. So.
Okay. All right. Show that again. Let's take a look at that. I got you full screen here. So.
Right. So the handguard.
Yeah. The green looks good, man.
Mm-hmm.
I like the green. That's the one I took. And then, we've got the six adjustable stock as well as the big butt pad on it. So that's $12.50, but we also have a tan one. This one we don't provide the quad rail, but we're just showing people you can add a quad rail onto it. There's the rear sight mounted onto it.
Mm-hmm.
And then
and these are all stamped receivers, obviously.
Yeah, we're working on our own milled version. That'll be down the road. Hank's gun that we built for him was off of a CNC Warrior, that kind of thing. But we want to produce our own milled receiver version that will be on the market that you can just buy or buy the receiver. We're going to release the receiver that we manufacture onto the market as well. There's a huge demand for the milled receivers and not enough people making them. I mean, you got Sharps, CNC Warrior, a couple others, but a lot of the industry we've talked to are asking us, hey, can you guys please make a receiver to take load off of them? Because they just can't keep up with the orders. So
okay,
it's something to do.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, Babyface. Looks like you have a question.
I had a question and I kind of lost it. Have you heard of any issues with any of the quality of any of the milled receivers that are out there? Because I know one of the names you mentioned when it comes to Galils, they have a very bad reputation.
Yeah, I mean, from the ones that we've looked at, we've been able to fit standard parts onto, but we also haven't tried to go like super customizable. And that's it's a few things we're working on with our milled receiver to try to make the customization a little bit easier. That was kind of one of the things when we started building this rifle was, I mean, we went with a standard AR-10 muzzle brakes because we wanted you to have that customizable feature, the adjustable handguard latch so you can have a customizable feature. I mean, that's really kind of what we've gone is let's improve the AK's accuracy issues as well as not being able to fit parts. And that's something we're looking at on our milled receiver. A couple of things in the work on that to be able to fit different variations of stocks and trigger guards, stuff like that. So we're working on it.
Have you guys come up with any? I know with the Russians, the AK-12 and 15 are kind of their new generation with full Picatinny. And have you guys thought about anything like that? Coming up with any sort of rear Picatinny thing, anything that would work?
We've got like 2 or 3 versions that we've kind of put together, and now it's just kind of we'll have to get into the testing phase, get them built. Take them out, run them, and see what we like and don't like. Because we still want it to be functional as well as customizable. So that's kind of the game we've got to play. Is we've got ideas, things are on paper. Next is going to be let's get a giant piece of metal, crank something out, and then go out and test it and see what we like and don't like. So one of the cool parts about having our own shop and having the machines is we actually get to play with, hey, let's try this and see if it works. Yeah, we didn't really like that. The market didn't like it. We can shift gears versus relying on bringing in parts or someone else to prototype something for us. We get to kind of play with it ourselves, which is nice.
Yeah, that's a big thing.
Yeah. Okay, let me go back to some stuff. Lola gave me a note here. Apparently, I didn't do like the background for Patrick. So let's start there, Patrick. Like, who
Yeah, we
are
kinda
you?
just jumped into
Yeah, exactly. We just jumped into AKs.
Damn you.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. My background: born and raised in Colorado. Was raised here on a little farm kid. Whatever. Grew up when I was 17. Joined the military. 9/11 happened when I was 17. Me and my brother both went in. I did that 6 years active. Came out. Needed a break from nonstop deployments. So basically, from 2002 to 2009, I didn't really live in the United States. I was back and forth, but pretty much gone. Came back, went to college, went on a wrestling scholarship. Didn't really want to go to college, but made it onto a wrestling team and went. Finished up that. Came back to the Denver metro area. Got offered a job with a AK manufacturer, M+M. He was real little at the time. We were just kind of working in his basement. Took it from a basement to a 5,000 square foot warehouse, was doing about 1,000 AKs a month, built several more production lines with that, became his director of operations, moved that from a 5,000 square foot warehouse to a 50,000 square foot warehouse, started kind of working on the new M10X, I believe is what he calls it. And then I parted ways. Chris, our other gun builder, he was working with me with M+M. Dave, the owner, he was working with M+M as well, doing a lot of their machine stuff. So we kind of all connected through M+M, building the M10s, and then said, hey, let's do it ourselves and create something that we like and are proud of. And that's kind of where we are now.
Okay, so the whole Accu-Tech thing came out of that? Is that how Accu-Tech started after you guys all left?
Accu-Tech's been around for 30, 40 years. He's 22 years. But Dave has been in the aerospace industry for a long time. He built for another company, Arma Rifle. He was doing their full assembly. So he had a lot of the jigs and everything to go. When M+M shifted over to the M10X, which is a AK variant, I guess is what he calls it. A lot of a Sig 550 variant is more what I would call it. Dave still had all the jigs, he had the machines, he had everything to go, and we put our heads together. And Dave modified a lot of the barrel assembly, and I had a lot of contacts in the industry where to get parts. I knew a lot of that stuff from being the director of operations from M+M. Put our heads together, and here we are.
Okay. All right. Cool. And I find it interesting that you gave up most of the best years of your life, the teen years, to military service, man. So you kudos and thanks on that. I'm sure that wasn't like an easy, fun.
I come from a somewhat military family. My uncles, my grandpa all served, and it was something that was on my mind. And then when 9/11 happened, there was no question. I was in the recruiter's office 2 days later with my brother signing paperwork, ADSVAP, and shipped off. Graduated high school early so I could go to basic training, and away I went.
I always kind of wonder, had I been a little older, what I would have done during 9/11. Because I obviously I'm aging myself as being younger than everybody, but I was in like middle school at the time. So no rash decisions could be made like that. But I always wondered because I know a lot of people, that was like their World War II, I guess. Like something happened and it caused a lot of people to go like, I'm gonna go sign up. So
yeah, like a Pearl Harbor kind of a thing.
There Pearl Harbor.
Right. For me, it was kind of an easy decision because my older brother, he's about a year apart from me, a year older. It was kind of, we woke up, he kind of nudged me, said, hey, I'm going to the recruiter's office. I was already talking to the recruiter, so it was kind of like,
he's like, all right, let's do this.
You can't get in trouble if Big Brother's doing it, right?
Yeah.
So,
okay, and how did your brother fare? Is he still in the military? What's going on there?
He's a master sergeant in the Army still. He's getting ready to get stationed down in El Paso. So he went in as a combat engineer. I don't know, his career was a little bit different than mine. He did deploy a couple of times, but a lot of it was he's now a sapper ranger. He's in Missouri, so he does more TRADOC stuff. So he's teaching people how to do things where I was more gung-ho. So, I mean, not a bad thing. You need those guys too. But my brother he went a little bit of a different path than I did. So that's the way it works.
All right, cool. Let's see here. I think we got, I don't know if Walter, if you've got any questions. I've got some of the like common stuff. Obviously, there's here like, what do you guys make? I think I said that in the beginning. You guys make the bull barrel. If you want to show that for anyone that's joining us,
barrel assembly here. We make all of this in house, right? So this is all us. the rear sight we purchased, but we manufacture all of this on our machines, and we can do a tour here in a minute. So we turn this for the AR-10. This is our own clamp on site. We do fit it with an AR style front sight as well. This piece is made, now it's a clamp on. We eliminated your gas tube latch, so that's gone. And then the Picatinny rail, you can unscrew that as well. And we've talked about maybe making a longer version or whatever. But right now that seems to fit most of the scopes we've found, red dots, anything you need. So you can see here's our one taper versus the standard 9 that's on a typical.
And the thing is, right now you're not selling these bull barrels standalone, right?
No, not as of right now. A lot of people are asking us so they can put them on their parts kits and stuff. We have a few things that are patent pending and going that way. As soon as we figure that out, then we'll release that on market and go that way. So we turn all of that, get it all put together. Then we do all the pressing, riveting. We test fire every firearm before they go out. We Cerakote them. So we are assembling everything. It's just the front end of the rifle is made in-house. The rest of it is sourced parts. Some parts from Bulgaria and then U.S. parts. So it's a U.S. receiver, obviously. Handguards, all that stuff's U.S. But like the triggers are a Bulgarian double hook trigger. We like those. They're a little bit crisper, cleaner compared to a Tapco's G2. Not a bad trigger. We just like the Bulgarian double hook better.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, Patrick. Did you have a question?
Yeah. Just an inside industry question. How tough is it now getting parts for parts kits and things to build on?
Parts kits have disappeared, man. Like we can find them, but it's very difficult. So one of the things we're facing in the industry, and I think where we kind of stepped into it, was it's getting harder and harder to find AKs. They're getting more expensive. Quality AKs, the parts are gone. If you can find them, because of some of my connections, I found some stockpiles of some stuff like the Bulgarian double hook triggers, but even getting those eventually, that contact is going to dry up.
I was going to say that those parts will eventually dry up, and then it's kind of where do you think and this is piggybacking on the same question, where do you think the AK market is going nowadays then?
Yeah, or where the industry is going to go.
Industries,
with that,
yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think with 300 Blackout came out and people kind of started to see that 30 caliber round again, what it can do. So I think it kind of rejuvenated the AK platform. I'm seeing more and more people get involved in it. We're seeing a few more manufacturers doing some custom stuff. I think now that you're seeing people like us that are trying to rejuvenate the platform and update it with things like AR-10 muzzle brakes, better way to mount handguards so you eliminate handguard wobble. SLR and their handguards are phenomenal. So I feel like there's kind of a revolution going on right now in the AK world where people are saying, hey, this platform isn't that bad and we can customize it now with today's technology. You can do
Americanize the living crap
I was just going to say, kind of a funny thought is in Russia, Bulgaria, all of the Comblock countries, the AK just lived as it was up until maybe the last 10 years. Then it hit the U.S. shores, and now everybody's like, oh, we can make this better. We can re-engineer this. This is way better.
Let me project something here. If it wasn't for the bans and stuff, I hate to say it, but there'd be nobody building AKs here.
Yeah.
True.
Because
price.
Right.
Yeah, the Chinese, the Bulgarians, the Romanians, the Poles, all those places, the only reason they're not here is because of politicians.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and as far as parts and parts kits, I mean, as far as, you're going to find that the parts kits dried up. Well, because there's really no reason for that besides politics too. Yep. But now I guess a lot of manufacturers bring in brand new parts too. So.
Yeah, no, and then we've seen that. There's some new brand new parts coming in from overseas and whatnot. And it's one of the things I'm interested to see because a few manufacturers brought in some trunnions and stuff that weren't quite to spec. So you were having detonating trunnions, you were having things that didn't fit properly. So it's going to be interesting to see on these new parts that are coming in. Are they to spec? Are they going to be good? And I think in time they'll get better, but it's kind of that new market that we're playing with, right?
Yeah.
It's an old platform, but new market.
So I know in my mind, being an AK, just an at-home AK builder, the one vacuum in the AK parts market is like trunnions and whatnot, stamped parts, good quality forging. Are they called forgings? Forge. Yeah. Good quality, like forged trunnions, forged rear parts. Have you guys considered that at all? Is that any like getting into that market, or is that not really worth it?
when I was working for M plus M, it was something that we toyed around with, but opening up a mold and getting all that, making sure you X-ray them properly, heat treat properly, it gets quite expensive to do in the United States, and that's kind of why everyone's avoided it. That's why, people were going to Korea and Taiwan and stuff like that to make those parts, because it's really expensive to do here in the United States. I mean, we looked at everything from, the tree style molds and castings. We looked at individuals. It can be pretty pricey. So
yeah, I've always heard it's expensive.
Yeah. And we've got a question in the super chat. Before I go to that, though, Walter, since you're in the industry side as well as Patrick, what do you think about that now? Do you think that's a good opportunity for Americans to get in here? Do you see it as being a good thing, or?
I mean,
to me from an outsider. So while Walter thinks on his answer, to me from an outsider. With the with the AR market, there's like 5 forges that make all of the receiver forgings. Mm-hmm. If one person stepped up and said, we're going to take on that burden of manufacturing all of this and getting it all correct, I feel like there's a market for that. But I mean, how many millions of dollars is that going to take?
Yeah.
Oh, lots and lots of money. Yeah.
We're not talking about going to Mars. Okay. Making a trunnion is not going to Mars. Mm-mm. It's not even making airplane parts, to be quite honest with you. The forgings are not a big deal. Forgings are forgings. You got to make dies. You got to do all that stuff, and then you machine it. Mm-hmm. It's just, is it worth it versus buying something that I can get from a military manufacturer overseas and it works?
I mean,
is it?
I think in my mind the question is it worth it yet? Because I feel like eventually,
how much? Let me just say,
the tech is stepping up here too.
How much are you willing to pay for an AK?
That's exactly the question.
Well, what does the price level go to because of all of this? I think that becomes the better question. Where does the price go?
You're reaching, when you reach $2,000, the average guy.
No.
Nobody's buying. He's long out of the market. He's done. Mm-hmm. $1,500 pushes a lot of people out.
Mm-hmm. Your low end starter guys are wanting Wasser 10s for $400 or $500. Your mid tier guys are wanting $700 or $800, and then above that, you're really stretching.
Mm-hmm. I mean, so for the $500 Wasser, for most people, will work just fine. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. They'll never wear it out. They'll never break it. They'll never shoot enough to do anything to it, and it's just fine.
But are we eventually, because of whatever reason, politics or whatever, are we eventually going to run out of forgings? Like, you know what I mean? Like, will we run out of imports?
Well, I don't know about imports. I mean, at that point, then somebody will start making them. And there'll be $200 trunnions.
That's what I'm wondering.
It's that simple. You can sell it. You could probably sell it a quality tested X-rayed one for $100 right now, no problem.
Right, and that's kind of where the milled receiver comes into place. Is, do you want to open up all the molds and castings and try to figure all that out cost-wise, or do you just make a milled version? And if there's enough people out there making milled receivers, that cost kind of comes down, right? Mm-hmm. It's going to be costly just because of the amount of metal.
It's on.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Yeah,
the raw metal cost is really, really not that much.
Yeah, no, but I'm just saying, like, that's going to be the difference, though, is more people say, hey, let's get in the AK world. I think more people are going to go towards the milled as the parts are available.
Yeah,
you don't have to mess with riveting. You don't have to mess with all the little pieces and parts. You get it. You put in the feed ramp. You got to put a feed ramp in, by the way. Yep. Put the feed ramp in, rivet that inside, assemble it, and you're good to go. And you'll never wear out a milled receiver.
So the other thing I think that's happening here is that people are getting burnt out on ARs, right?
Well,
so let's say people want something different and they get into AKs. You probably have a growing section of that market that wants a nicer AK. So there's the casual AK guy, and then the guy who got into it and said, I like this, and then they want to upgrade.
That's sort of how I got into AKs. When I built my first AK, I'm a little different because I would rather build than buy. That's just how I am. Mm-hmm. But when I got into it, I was like, I was like, I could buy myself a Wasser, because I built this AK probably 5 years ago. At the time, I could buy a Wasser for $450, something like that. But I was like, do I I guess it's a little snobby, but I was like, do I just want a Walther, or do I want like a Russian, everything's correct?
Let me interject something about buying a Walther. You better know what the hell you're looking at when you buy a Walther.
Yeah, see, that was the other thing.
When you look at a Walther and the gas thing is this way, and the front sight's like this, and you don't know.
the first AK I would have bought, I had no idea what I was looking at. I didn't know. I had no idea what to look at to know if it was a good AK versus a bad AK. ARs are totally different. They don't really follow that.
Yeah. Did you want to jump in here, Patrick?
I was gonna say Kentucky windage, man. Just learn.
Seriously.
When you're just shooting over the wall blindly, it works great. You don't need to look down sights.
When you're trying to spray that guy's house, you guy that talked bad about you and your girlfriend, and you just spray his house, you don't need to aim.
If you just need it for busing at a wedding or something like that, or christening.
if you're just gonna bust in the wedding and shoot all your friends, yeah, sure.
Yeah, it's not okay. Listen, we could actually deep dive into this. We might come back. John Blaze gave us $2. He wants to know from the Acu-Tech guys, any plans on making a New York compliant AK? And what does that even entail? What does that entail?
Each state varies, right? Like no muzzle device, can't have a pistol grip you can wrap your hand around, no thumb hole, stuff like that. So as of right now, no. But I mean, if there's a large enough market, maybe. I mean, that's really what it comes down for us. Right now, there's so many states that I don't have to be compliant for. Like California compliant, we will never do California compliant. Just ain't gonna happen. New York, no muzzle device. Has to be, like you have to permanently weld in a mag, I think, or something.
Yeah, is there even that crazy stock that New York has for an AK? Does that exist?
So some guy, I mean, for us, I've seen it's a AK stock. They put like the shark fin on the back, so you can't wrap your hand around it. But I mean,
so
I don't want to build that. That would hurt my heart.
the way that like Saigas are imported with the straight grip stock, would that not count? That couldn't have that?
From my understanding, as long as you can't grab the pistol grip, so you can put like a rifle stock on it, right? And call it good.
Yeah,
that is painful.
There's lots of comments. Painful. Adam Smith says that's an oxymoron. The Pants says New York compliant AK, like a water gun.
You better not point that water gun at anybody.
Yeah, that's right.
You hurt their feelings in New York. Come on.
Yeah. But as a smaller manufacturer, I imagine you gotta go for the largest market you can. Go for the biggest thing you can get the market share in, and then maybe down the road be like, okay, we can go for the smaller.
Let's see here. Let's make 500 or 1,000 parts that we can sell quickly. Or let's make 500 parts that are going to sit on the shelf for 5 years.
Yeah.
No.
It's a hard decision right there.
When I was working for M+M, we had a distributor who sold into New York, and we made a New York compliant one, and I think we sold, 20, 30 of them. So,
It's just when you own a company and somebody comes to you and says, hey, we can sell 30 of these or 3,000 of these, it's pretty easy decision.
It's a tough thing. It's easier to get rid of the politicians in New York that are anti-Second Amendment. I think would be easier. I know it's tough. I'm not trying to come down on the people that have to live in New York and still want to defend themselves, because I get it. I grew up there, and so I understand that. And I know it's not easy to get rid of those bastards either, because for whatever reason, people over there want to keep voting in more Ocasio-Cortezes or whatever. But yeah, it sucks. It sucks.
Bartenders.
Huh? Yeah.
Bartenders.
Yeah.
It's not more bartenders.
Yeah. It wasn't always like that in New York.
Yeah.
I can tell you guys that. So, but it's getting progressively worse.
Who says New York compliant AK is a Pez dispenser?
Yeah. I mean, you can't have pepper spray in New York. I think they just made nunchucks legal. When was that, guys?
Recently.
Yeah.
So if you put two large capacity magazines taped together as nunchucks, they're legal then, right?
Yeah.
Right. My magazine identifies as a nunchuck.
It's a nunchuck. It's all right.
Yeah. New York sucks. New York, it does. It honestly does. I think you can't do it in Cali. You can't do. Can you do AKs in Cali now? Yes or no?
Yeah, that's the one you have to have. Like the magazine can't be detachable. You can't wrap your hand around the pistol grip. They've got.
How would you even load a non-detachable box mag on an AK?
Yeah,
That would be a nightmare.
out and.
Yeah, it's got to be welded in, and you top load or something.
Yeah, and then you would take the top cover off, take the spring out, and what a nightmare.
Yeah, yeah. I know it sucks. And there's not going to be an industry for that. I think, like Babyface said, and like Walter was saying, there's got to be, for there to really be a big industry here, there has to be a market, and people have to be like, okay, I'm going to get into this. And then I think there is kind of like that price ceiling that once you hit $2,000, you're kind of like in the high end.
Yeah,
you're rocking and rolling in the high end now. So yeah, let's see. Okay, what's the questions here? What is the most common complaint about AKs?
They're not.
I can tell you. Yeah, I was gonna say I can tell you the old drunk redneck complaints that really aren't real.
I have my feelings on that not accurate stuff either too. Also,
I mean, we just picked up a rifle. I mean, it wasn't laser bore sighted in the shop. I went to the range, dropped it on a bench, and we're getting 2 MOA with shitty ammo. I mean, I didn't even try. I just threw it on a bench and said, "Hey guys, let's pump out 3 rounds, see where we're at. Pump out another 3 rounds. Here you go." Right? So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
AKs to me are made as 300 and in minute of man guns. That's what they're made for closer combat.
Look at your tool, right? It's a combat rifle. To me, it's
exactly.
body's 10 inches. I got 10. That's
exactly. I mean. And I just, because of the 7.62, don't push it past maybe 4. But yeah, it's a minute of man gun for close quarters combat or closer quarters combat.
Yeah. John Blaze gave us another $2. He says it's illegal to defend yourself in New York City.
Basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Much. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
What else would you like to steal while you're stealing my TV? I can't defend myself, so just take your pick. Pick whatever you like.
Yeah. Just bend over.
Yeah.
Yeah. So okay, common complaints about AKs. Let's see, what's the common complaints about the AKs?
They're junk.
Huh? They're junk?
They're junk.
Okay.
They can be, but I think that's if you buy from Century Arms.
Let me just when you watch the news and watch all the junk out there, I got slap a mag in it and throw around in the chamber, and that junk usually goes bang. So
yeah.
Hey, I guess they're junk. I mean, whatever.
I mean, is it over 100 countries field their battle rifle?
Yeah, exactly. It works plenty well.
Yeah. I mean, I know a common complaint that I've seen even here in the chat that it's a commie gun.
Yeah.
Here, so let me just throw this at these commie gun folks. When I throw a 1908 Luger at you, that's all like $5,000 Luger. You're gonna turn it down because that's a Nazi gun?
Yeah.
or that's a German gun? No, you're gonna take it. You're gonna take it. So don't start that commie gun.
There's probably more AKs in the world than Lugers.
What I'm saying is, you throw a nice K98 Mauser at some guy.
I'm not turning that down.
Yeah. So
I'm not turning down any guns. I don't care who made those guns. These are inanimate objects.
If you give me some gun from like Khyber Pass, I may look at it twice before shooting it.
If High Point made an AK, that would be actually cool.
Oh God!
Don't get into the High Point thing. Okay.
It's got to be a direct blowback though.
Yeah. See, High Point is an easy target, man. It's an easy target for people out there. Yeah. So, that's just being lazy. You're going after the high points.
Speaking of Khyber Pass, Patrick, you ever run into any of the homemade AKs over there?
No, you know what's funny is I actually hear they're pretty good.
Yeah, no, he was talking to.
Oh, you're talking to Patrick.
Yeah,
Wrong Patrick.
Styles P. Yeah, other Patrick. See, I knew this was going to happen. Too much confusion.
When I was in Iraq, majority of what you saw was like Syrians, Jordanians, Egyptians, stuff like that. I mean, you saw a lot of weird stuff. I think I saw more Egyptian AKs than I saw anything else. Mm-hmm. I mean, some were crude, some were good. I mean, it was just who knew what you were going to get out of that barrel, right? Yeah. But saw some of the Iraqi AK stuff just because when the military collapsed, people ran into the bases and grabbed whatever they could. But me personally, I wouldn't say I saw a lot of homemade, AKs over in Iraq, but I'm sure they're out there.
Yeah. By the way, Brian Quick says you take commie gun comments seriously. I don't take anything seriously.
You call what you want, I'll take it.
But I think it is a thing. I'm not saying it against Brian Quick. I think that there are people who say that, right? That's like a common complaint that people are like, nah, I don't need that.
at NRA, man, there was several people who was like, hey, you need an AK in your life, and they're like, we don't buy commie stuff. I'm like, cool, man.
Yeah, people think it's unpatriotic, but what I find is ironic about that, lots of soldiers like yourself, Patrick, that I know are fans of AKs.
I mean, once you see, I mean, I think for us, seeing the difference in combat, I'm not bashing the AR. The AR did well. It was the firearm I trained on and used, but you see the difference in what the two platforms can do, the caliber size, stuff like that. I mean, it's, to me, it was a no-brainer. I wanted to go a little bit bigger on the caliber, get a heavier round behind me, and that's that's what I like,
So this may be a bit of a weird, almost gruesome question, but I've heard stories that a lot of soldiers were unhappy with the AR-15 because it basically punched 22 size holes straight through targets, and it didn't stop anybody.
So, one time you shoot a guy and he keeps running, and then you see your buddy get hit in the femur and the femur shatters. He ain't running. I mean, that's the difference, right? I mean, I'm not saying a 223 can't kill someone. We know it can, but I don't know. Look, if you could go to a combat medic and ask him the difference between someone who was shot in the leg with a 223 or 5.56 and someone that was shot in the leg with an AK, it's totally different.
Mm-hmm. I think a lot of it comes down to 5.56 originally is pretty much a varmint rifle, and it was intended to, from what I understand, to wound the target, because that makes the combat.
It's NATO.
effective.
Isn't that NATO requirement?
Well, it was, you wound, instead of killing, you wound one target. That's two guys trying to carry his ass off the battlefield, and that platoon is now combat ineffective completely. So that was kind of the idea behind it. But when you got a... Go ahead, sorry.
Bigger chance of ricochet, right? I mean, the 223 ricochet is a little bit better, but...
But then the so the only other thing I've heard is the 77 grains, the Mark 262s are like the creme de la creme of AR-15s because they tumble and displace so much tissue, but for some reason we've never adopted it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm always, if I'm weighing the opinions of people, I'm always going to weigh the opinions of guys who are like actually in combat.
Some dude that's been shot at knows a lot more than I ever will. So I'm good with it.
Yeah. Absolutely. I think, and then, it's also convenience, right? Like maybe if you guys had to go into a different country, it might be a different story. Right, Patrick?
Mm-hmm. I mean, there's plenty of ammo, and, this gun breaks. There's another one probably around the corner, right? So,
Yeah. Yeah. So, but I'm saying, like, let's say you wound up in a completely different country, it would be, probably a different. Well, let's see. Okay, that might not be true. Lots of countries have AKs.
So, I mean, I like in World War II, like my grandpa was a World War II vet, and he used to tell me all the time they would pick up as many German guns as they could, because when the Germans heard there was a huge distinction in the sound between a U.S. rifle and a German rifle. If they heard U.S. rifles going off, more Germans would come, but if all they heard was German rifles, not more would come. They're like, oh, it's just...
Yeah, those guys got that fight covered. We're good.
So, I mean, as far as I know, I mean, just from my experience of veterans from multiple different combat, theaters, most soldiers will at some point pick up the enemy's gun and see if they like it.
Yeah. Crackbot says currently in Afghanistan. Hi, Hank. Okay, shout out to you.
Oh.
Go easy over there. Go easy.
Right.
Make sure you got a couple of AKs. And if you see a freaking dictator AK laying around, Patrick calls dibs.
Parted out. We'll pay a premium for those parts.
I can see Patrick over at the FBI museum trying to argue with those dudes.
I found this.
When I watched the documentary and the guy was like, "Oh, we found this in Iraq," I was like, "You didn't find shit in Iraq."
Yeah. Were you gonna say something, Walter?
MP44, please.
Right.
If you find one of those.
If you have to lay around, you can even cut just cut the receiver nicely, and I'll put it.
Yeah, you're gonna have to give a class on how to cut it, Walter, so you can weld it back up easily, or it doesn't really matter. You can weld anything, huh?
No. Some things get really butchered bad, but yeah, if it's cut properly, it can be pretty easily put back together. So.
Crackbot says, "Good luck getting those into the country." That's what the prison wallet is for. I'm just saying.
I don't think you can put those in the prison wallet. The prison wallet is only so big.
Listen, triggers. The stock is going to be trouble. You're going to need to find somebody that's ready for that.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
So speaking of AKs, how about the Galil?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Everybody who has an AK really needs to step up and get a Galil. So
yeah.
Come to the dark side.
Yeah.
So.
You're talking Patrick's language. This is what when I was hanging out with them in Indianapolis. This is what you were all about, right, Patrick?
It's phenomenal, man. It's I don't know. The people who designed it really looked at the AK and I think made phenomenal improvements. We're AK nuts. I mean, us guys over here at Acu-Tech, we love the platform. We really do, and every version it comes in. I mean, that's our thing. We didn't decide to get into AKs because we saw a market coming and we were going to make a buttload of money. We literally said this is the platform we love, and from the Galils to the Saigas, it doesn't matter if it's an AK variant. We probably like it, and the Galils are awesome.
So I don't think you even have an AR right now. I think you were telling me. I don't know if I'm like giving away your secrets. But,
yeah. So I bailed on mine during the last gun threat when ARs jumped up to like $2,000. I sold mine because I was way less. I didn't have near that amount of money into it, so I sold it. And I've got a couple of AKs at home, shotguns, pistols, that kind of thing. But I don't know if someone wants to help me build a really cool AR, I wouldn't say no. I just, I've got an FAL. I'm happy with that.
That's your go-to war, the FAL.
Man, the FAL is a phenomenal firearm. If you really look at it and everything it can do and the way they built it, I actually built mine. I got an in-bell receiver years ago and found all the parts I wanted from across the globe. And I've got a wood set for it, so if I want to show it off, I've got that. And then I've got my carry set because I do a lot of backpacking in Colorado, and I'll carry an FAL to the top of the mountain. So when people say, "Hey, your gun's heavy," I just kind of snicker at them because I carry FALs to the top of 14ers. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So do you have an FAL there, Walter? You have an FAL?
I don't have an FM one, but I do have an FAL.
You have an FAL? Okay, cool. What do you?
And I think it's built on an M-Bell receiver actually. So
Okay.
I've never brought it out. Shoot with you yet.
Mm-hmm.
I'm missing. I'm missing one of the pins on the gas port just to keep it from spinning. I got to put that pin on and then
Okay.
Nice.
What do you think about the? Isn't the RFB a modernized kind of version of that, or is it just a magazine that's familiar with the?
Just the magazine.
Just a magazine.
Yeah,
okay.
It uses FAL max.
Okay.
not on the same planet.
No, on the same planet. No, not. Okay, obviously not fans. All right, fine.
Prior to this,
Whatever.
I would take an RFB. Like, sure.
Okay.
no, I won't say I wouldn't take it. I'm just saying the guns are not. The two aren't the same. So.
Right.
Obviously, the RFB is a bullpup.
When the RFB is in like 50 countries, in the armies, then we'll talk.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the fact about the FAL is it was I believe one of the first firearms where two countries against each other were both wielding FALs. So,
Nice.
Yeah.
Was that the Brits and the Argentines?
I think so.
Mm. Okay. Yeah. So that should have made everything real easy.
Yeah. Got plenty of ammo and spare parts, right?
Yeah.
we had a chance at the FAL and we took the M14.
Yeah.
And that was pure pure FUD politics.
That was the smartest decision ever.
That was a general try to make a name for himself. Is what that was.
Yeah. Okay. So did I send out this? I think I sent this article out to you guys. I want to share here. I'm going to go to this real quick. This is in the National Interest. Okay, and problem: Russian soldiers are complaining about exploding guns. Did you see this, Walter?
No, I didn't.
When combined with an open bolt gun like the Zweigen submachine gun, don't even know what that is. The results are catastrophic because of fixed firing pin on the bolt of the gun. The cartridge detonated before the bolt was fully locked, destroying the firearm. Russian infantry weapons have a reputation for reliability. The AK, the PKM are renowned for enduring through adverse conditions, powered by their powerful long-stroke piston actions. Okay, this is getting a little bit. However, a recent report by Warhead.su suggests that when these weapons do fail in Russian service, the problem is often not in their design, but rather the Russian ammunition they fire.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah. So it's talking about that a little bit. I didn't know if you guys saw that. I figured,
Where was that from?
the national entry. You want me to send you a link to it?
Yeah, I guess. Is there pictures?
Yes, there's pictures. Yes.
That's how
Everybody
we.
laughs. It's like you have an article. If you have an, it's like talking about a new product and there's no pictures.
Yeah. I just sent it to you. There's a dude in
545.
one of the Russian coats. I like that coat, by the way. It's a nice
Russian coats, man.
Yeah. And
Okay.
what's this gun that he has?
That's
here?
that's an AK-12.
Yeah.
Or I think it's it might be the 15. It's one of the two. It's the 545 version of the new.
That's probably
AK.
some coveralls, or like cold weather coverall kind of thing. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Nice AKs just never made it to the U.S. They have yet to.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody needs to create something like that. Hand to hand.
The thing with the Russians come up with some cool variations, but it's all about the money. Why reinvent the wheel when the wheel you got still rolling?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I feel like at this point we're kind of surpassing their wheel. But
yeah, I think that come on now. At this point, the Russians should have somehow evolved this thing a little bit further.
The AK-12 and 15 look like the next evolution, and I'm actually pretty on board with those if we could ever get parts kits, which is never going to happen. Well, it might happen eventually, but it's going to take years. Yeah, exactly. We're going to be old men by the time those parts kits come in. But no, I think the 12 and the 15 are nice implementations of what we've, like Picatinny rails, all sorts of stuff that we've had for a long time. So
Okay.
Now, looking at this thing, they're talking about 12.7. You don't want 12.7 is like 50 cal.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want 50 cal going bang on you.
Dushka ammo.
It's not a good day when a 50 cal goes bang. Yeah, you can get along with the AK blowing up. Might get a little damaged, but when the 12.7 goes bang close to you, not good time. No.
Okay.
No, not at all.
Not at all. Okay, so we got some comments. Nico Ghost Gunner says South Africa has indigenously produced Galils as its primary rifle. And Night Train says it's well documented that the FAL did not perform well during the early Arab-Israeli wars. Desert sand messed it up in battle. Okay,
well,
there you go.
Yeah, it's a fine. It's made nice inside. It's not all loose and stuff like an AK is, so it's more prone to that type of thing. But South Africans seem to get along with it fine for years, shooting commies from Army. So it seemed to work for them. And 308 will bust the brush too. So
I think any gun that you get stuff in it, you're gonna have issues. And so I actually think that AKs are more wide open than ARs, for example.
I watched a video of the mud test where they took an AR versus an AK, poured mud on it, and I think the AR actually performed a little bit better because it's closed, where the AK it's open, right? So I'm not saying the AK isn't reliable or the AR is or isn't, but it's just from the test I've seen, a closed rifle is going to perform better than an open rifle. Period.
I think what they ended up finding, though, was the problem with the closed rifle is when it shut down, it was harder to bring back into service, where the open AK, you wallow it off in a mud pit, and then ready to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's easier to pop the top off on an AK, and it's all open. You can just rinse it out, pee in it, whatever you got to do to clean it out. And
hey, pee, that sanitizes it. The pee is sanitational.
A little ammonia.
Yeah, right? Make it good.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so one of the questions that Lola had here, why do folks love AKs? Those that do, why do they love them?
Well, that's not true. That was
So I'll give you mine. My first AKs that I built, it's still got that old feel of steel and wood, which steel and wood just does something for me.
It's like silver and gold.
Yeah, it's just something that polymer can't do. But it's kind of hard to explain. It's a different feel. I think I'm AR'd out, I guess you would say, Hank. Get to the point where I've had so many ARs and everything that I'm like, I want something different. And then when I started getting into AKs, I was like, okay, this is kind of cool. you can build them, and you can build them terrible, or you can build them really good, and there's a whole lot of skill that can go into it. And,
it's a romantic. There's a romantic, mystical thing about it.
Somewhat, yeah.
Yeah. You're getting the enemy's gun. That's what it is.
So a little bit, yeah. To be like, yeah, I have the enemy's AK sitting here in my hands, but
Marines, man, Red Dawn did it for everybody.
Yeah.
All right, I got a question. What the hell were the Serbs thinking when they put that buttstock on?
I have no idea. That is ugly.
It's hard to get your face down to the. I mean, I got a big Cro-Magnon head, but it's hard to get your face down to look at the sights, man. I don't know. This one might be a candidate for this made in Taiwan AK stock.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
It might be.
What I was going to say is this. I think the AK is to rifles what the 1911 is to pistols, in terms of there's some kind of like deep connection that people have to 1911s. You know, even if you're a guy that every day you carry a Glock or Smith & Wesson or SIG or whatever it is that you carry, lots of people still like 1911s. You know, and it's one of those things that everyone thinks, you should have at least like one 1911.
Yeah.
In the collection. Yeah. Huh?
Yeah, you should have one AK. That's
It feels like a machine.
Only
to
one?
me.
Come on, no way. Not one.
It has that feel of like
I don't think
a machine more than like polymer pistols don't feel like heavy duty machinery. It just has that like tactile feel of like this is what a machine should feel like. A gun should feel like
driving a hot rod, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think that there's a whole bunch of things that go along with the mystique of it. You see it in movies. It just has that kind of mystique. You see it on the news. If you how often do you look on the news and you see an AK? And not just in America. I mean, in other countries, but all over the world, you see AKs. So I think it just has that kind of it has that mystical thing about it. I think they'll always be here.
Mm-hmm.
I think they'll always be here. So SoCal Gunner gave us $5. He says Cali AW can't have detachable mags, muzzle brakes, pistol grips, vertical forward grip, or an adjustable stock, or a trigger. Cannot be able to put bullets. I'm just making that up. Californians find ways around it. That's true.
They do.
Yeah.
For us, though, as a manufacturer, is it worth us trying to like create all of that? No.
Yeah. That would have to be someone specifically that's out there trying to serve the Cali market. So
I'll ship it to Nevada. You can take all the parts from California to Nevada, put it all on your gun, and take it across state lines. There you go.
Okay. I don't know if that's legal advice from Patrick, but I would say don't take it as such. Okay, Walter, what is it? What are you showing off here now? I know.
No, this is a M70. This is a NPAP M70, which is basically the Serb.
Yeah.
Okay. That Century Arms brings in. They bring them in as single stacks, and then they open the magwell up and do the.
Wait, what? Single stacks? That's a thing?
Well, why? Yeah, I got news for you, Patrick. All the Romanian guns all came in as single stacks too.
What? Yep. I had no idea.
What planet you been on, man?
That's what Dave was doing for us at Acu-Tech. We'd bring in the Romanian guns. Dave would open up the magwells for us so we can make them double stacks.
And they
were single stacks when we got imported.
They meet the 922R requirements with American parts.
Mm-hmm.
They can open the magwell up.
Huh, okay.
Yeah. So
I've only done mine off of parts kits. I've never bought a single stack gun.
Whenever you get one, when you buy one, this is a Century Arms gun. This is a crappy Polish mag. When you buy that when you buy them, around the magwell it's always in the white where they milled it out. Yeah.
No idea.
Yeah.
Today you learn.
Yeah. So, hold on. Let me get some comments in here. Schmitz and Giggles says, using the AK is always a good day. which AKs are in songs, man. They're in rap songs, probably a bunch of other songs.
How many countries have it on their flag?
That's what, Richard Monder is saying that the AK is even on a flag. How many countries do have that on the flag?
You got to go to Africa to get that.
It is.
It's got to be
I think
African.
It's like Zimbabwe.
Yeah, I'm going to say African nation. And, of course, the land of Walter Kellerania.
What?
You guys a quick spin around the shop?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, let's take the spin. Let's see. Boom. By the way, where is the Hank Strange gun? I still haven't seen it. I'm just saying.
You see it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want hostage photos. CNC machines. Couple CNC machines.
That's my jam right there.
Yeah.
Machines, right? We got.
Yeah, your finger's in the way.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Opening things up.
Right. I see some guns on the table.
That is.
Yeah, so here's the standard ones, right? That's everything we build.
That is way too clean to be considered a gun shop.
They were busy cleaning up all of today, I'm sure.
Look how clean that place is.
Well, we hold a standard here, right? So that's
sure. There's no way your shelves are usually all that organized.
No way.
Oh, there goes Dave. I can see Dave.
Dave.
Yeah.
Chris. And you don't met Robert yet, but he's the one that runs our CNC machines for us.
Okay. What's up, Robert? The guy running the CNC machines, always important.
Of course, we've got the shop dog who wants to be underneath me, Weber.
Okay. Very cool.
No, our shop is always this clean. We don't vary on that.
Yeah, slow down a little bit somewhere so we can actually see some stuff.
It is organized all the time.
Look at that.
Everything is organized.
Go slow. Otherwise, we're getting lots of camera roll.
I'm getting dizzy, dude. I'm getting dizzy.
Yeah.
So this is, we just keep most of our parts here. They're bagged. They're organized. We categorize everything. We keep it that way. So that's it. That's the shop, really. It's not very big, cool. But we can crank out.
You got what you need.
It's 100 times bigger than my shop.
Vanessa Kitty says, hi, Acu-Tech crew.
Yes, Vanessa Kitty saying what's up to everyone. I'll shout out.
For you machinists, right? So
yeah, this is the sexy stuff right here. So how many things can you CNC in this thing at one time? Is it 4?
Well, they're dual action vices. Hey, Hank, this is Dave.
Hey, what's up, Dave?
Hydraulic vices, so that they actually do 2 stations per vice. So, like this setup, we're doing 8 parts per vice. And they're hydraulic actuated.
Okay, what machine? What's the name of this machine?
This is a Haas BF4.
Okay, Haas. That's the typical one, right, Walter?
It's it's pretty common. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Envelope.
Mm-hmm.
In.
This is a
lathe,
CNC lathe.
Man. By the way, that blonde, if you really don't want that, you can send that my way.
Let me get it cleaned up first, and we'll talk.
Yeah. Yeah. Very cool. Yeah. Everyone loves machines.
Machinery is just.
Yeah.
I've had it for 22 years, and it still holds tolerance and makes great parts. So.
Wait, so this is a 22-year-old machine?
Yeah.
Okay. Very cool.
Awesome.
Very cool.
It pays the bills, you take care of the equipment,
Mm-hmm.
That's a big thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Very cool. So you guys have about 3 CNCs, I'm going to say?
We've got 2 mills and a lathe, yeah.
2 mills and a lathe, okay. Very cool. And so what about, and you're making the barrels in-house?
Yes, we do that on the lathe over here.
Okay.
So we get a barrel blank, and then we do the chamber and the threads on the end, and then so it's all done right here.
Wow.
Okay. Very cool. Schmitz and Giggles wants to know what metal finishes do you guys use? I'm gonna throw that out.
Metal finishes, is that what you said?
Yeah, metal finishes, yeah.
So we Cerakote most everything unless it comes in already, so the bolt and bolt carrier are already they're blued when we get them. But so everything else so your barrel assembly, the receiver, The top cover, those are all Cerakote.
Okay.
So I was going to ask, when you mentioned the whole front end is done in house, do you guys do the rifling, or do you get in blanks and then profile the blanks?
We do the blanks and then do our profile on it.
Okay.
There's
not enough room in there for a rifling machine.
I was going to say.
Yeah. It's gonna take a little bit more.
Blanks and then turn them ourselves.
Nice.
Okay, cool. Steadily.
I mean,
go ahead.
For most shops, I'd say that is about as home built as you can get. Rifling is to me, it seems like a really specialty thing. Like, buy the blank that's ready to go and then do it all yourself.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Steadily says Malott has a quick change barrel AK they wanted to bring to U.S. market, but Obama sanctions and Trump's apathy ruined that. Okay.
Surprised me.
And Tango Hunter says, why can't AKs have threaded barrel extensions on the receiver?
We have a trunnion?
Difficult to do.
Yeah.
The trunnion is what stops that. I mean,
Well, that's what Malott was doing. They were going to make a AR type changeable barrel. Well, well, not that they're not making it, just not coming here.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
well, I mean, you also got to look at the platform when a trunnion was created, right? When it was designed, was that a possibility? Was it worth making? The cost of it? I mean, ABCD, right? So, we didn't invent the AK. We're just making improvements, right?
Mm-hmm. Who did invent the AK? Since you brought that up. Asking for a friend.
Yeah. Smizer, right?
It was not the Germans. Definitely not the Germans.
No, not the Germans.
This is one of the few ways that I get my kicks from torturing Walter. What's that AK that you're showing there, Walter? Is that an underfold? No, that's not an underfolder.
No, yet this is homemade.
Yeah.
And when I mean homemade, back when the band was still going on.
Oh God! Look
You
at that
bolted
thing.
your
That's
own.
a weld. Now it's a weld up.
Yeah.
And Hungarian milled kits were they were right at $100 or less, which is now is crazy cheap. I decided I was going to make my own AK receiver, so I basically had laser cut pieces made, and we milled down a demilled trunnion off of a milled receiver and made it into a sheet metal trunnion, and then welded the whole thing together, and I made the steel stock in the back here kind of looking like a Valmet a little bit.
Yeah.
Guess what? It works.
Yeah.
It works well. So I basically just made my own receiver. So.
Okay. So we got some questions here. Me Too on Tube says, can he show us a completed gun? Yeah, you could show a couple, right?
He did.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can show it again if you don't mind. Yeah. People are always going to want to see the gun several times.
Right.
Yeah. So we're getting ready to do that.
See one of these.
Yeah.
This is what it comes out of the box if you wanted a green one, right?
Mm-hmm. And this is $12.50, you said, right? Just as it is, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So that's what.
But so this is all Cerakoted. We Cerakote all through here. But most of your internals are going to be blued because that's where we get them that way. So.
Yeah. Schmitz and Giggles says that they wanted to know what barrel material, i.e., 416 stainless, etc., melanited, chrome lined. What are you guys doing with the barrels?
It's 4150 is what it is, and then nitrided, and then we do the outside and then Cerakote it. So the inside's going to be nitrided in 4150.
I've heard good things about nitrite barrels versus chrome being harder, slightly more durable.
On the nitride is it fills in those pores and increases the rock wall, the surface hardness, that kind of thing. Chrome line, from a lot of the contacts I've talked to, was more because the Russian ammo is corrosive and chrome's easier to clean, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, does it make the gun better or worse, that kind of thing?
Actually, it's less accurate.
Yeah.
And also, when you make the barrel and make the chamber, you have to allow for the chrome buildup too.
Oh, so you under or oversize it, and then
it's more complicated. Yeah.
Yeah. So Easier. I mean, I know a lot of people like the hammer forged chrome line barrels. They think they last longer. I mean, like I said, it was really because the ammo was corrosive when you're, stockpiling ammo like that. Chrome is easier to clean. So.
Okay. Yeah. Tango Hunter says, can he show us what room in the shop people go in puts the lotion on? And then Adam Smith 86 says, yeah, lotion room. I don't know what this means. I'm not sure. You guys have a lotion room? I didn't know that was a Colorado thing.
We don't have a lotion room, but
yeah,
this is a weird thing.
It puts the lotion on its skin.
First you got to smoke a little bit outside, and then you come put the lotion on.
817 LDS says, can I ask where do I go for cheap Glock Gen 3 parts? I'm trying to build a Polymer 80. Good question.
There are no cheap parts.
That's unfortunately.
Well, some places have some stuff. I think Brownells.
Because all they're doing is buying like police guns and trade-ins and stripping them of the parts, selling them for the price of the gun, and then they sell the frames for dirt cheap.
Yeah. So I don't know about I'm not sure what would be the cheapest. Maybe Babyface knows. I know Brownells has some parts kits and stuff like that they sell. That you can get a couple of things if you they always have sales and things like that going on. And then what's that other thing? Is it Wolf? Lone Wolf?
Yeah, Lone Wolf, you can get some good parts. Brownells sells Lone Wolf, I believe.
Another place to get really inexpensive barrels, and there's nothing wrong with them, is Bear Creek Arsenal.
Yeah.
Yeah, those things work really well.
They sell their Glock barrels. If you're looking for straight up replacement barrels, super cheap.
Yeah.
So.
And you can always get like police. You might get some cheap police guns.
Yeah, but the parts kits you never see a Glock parts kit for less than $3 $3.25. Never. Because they don't have to, because it sells.
Yeah.
It's one of those things.
Well, that's
where,
true. Yeah, it's a very popular thing right now.
Yeah.
So, Aries Firearms Training says, what's up? What's up, Trey?
What's up, Trey?
Let's see. Jafari H wants to know if you guys make a fully coated titanium nitride finished AK.
No.
That would be golden.
Quick answer, no. I can tell you guys of a place that does do well. You would have to buy the gun and then send it to them.
Right.
Down here is what's the name? Ford's Customs.
Oh, okay.
Ford's Custom down in where is this? Right near here. That's where I got my Python done. They did the bluing of my Python. They'll do custom nitride gold plating. They'll actually do real 24 karat plating if you want that as well. But
they got to polish the shit out of it.
Yeah, that's insane to me. But they do the titanium nitride.
Jafari H says he means gold titanium nitride.
Yeah.
Okay. WMD guns also, but it's going to be expensive.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's going to be real expensive.
Yeah.
Just for a wall hanger, because you're never going to shoot it. Is it worth it?
Yeah, I know of one that I saw that they finished, and they were like, "Yeah, this is a lot of work." Yeah. Because they can mess it up, and if they mess it up, they have to take all of that off.
Mm-hmm. So it's to brag to your friends if that's what it's about.
I would totally have one.
I have one safe queen, and that's the Python, and that's everything else is shooter grade. I don't have any gold AKs sitting around here.
I would totally have one. And I know
Yaski's right.
Yeah.
Crystal River's where they're at.
Crystal River. Okay. And I know people are going to say this. By the way, guys, next Wednesday we have Cabot Guns. Robert Bianchin from Cabot Guns is coming on. And I know there's going to be people like, "Oh my God, I'll never spend that much on a 1911." Now, how's it go? Oh my God. Yeah, you know what though? If you really love these things, you would, if you
set them free,
you would scrape the money together. You would totally get one. I would have a gold-plated AK, and I know that in Vegas, what is it, Battlefield Vegas? You can go in there and you can rent a full auto one.
A full auto gold-plated AK?
Yep.
You can play Uday or Kusei or
I was going to talk about decadence. Jesus.
Yeah.
Just remember, all three of them are Dede. So yeah.
Okay, but you're going to be fine in Las Vegas going to Battlefield Vegas. They have a lot of cool guns. I've been in the safe there. You can rent a minigun. They will actually come to your hotel and get you. They will send a limo for you. I think they have a limo Humvee.
Hey, listen, if you got the money, you can do just about anything.
You come to my hotel, get me. Yeah, now. You and me, my Chinese bet.
If you have the money, Battlefield Vegas will let you crush a car if you pay for it.
They'll let you.
We've talked about the Cambodian cows. Like, you can do anything you want if you got the
Okay,
money.
you can't do that in Vegas. I'm just saying.
RPG, the Cambodian cow.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't do that in Vegas. That's not an easy thing to do. If you want to do that on your time,
You gotta go to Cambodia.
yeah, I'm fine with it.
We don't judge.
Yeah, Aries says, so Trey says, we have a gold-plated Mac full auto. Boom, I'm going to shoot that bad boy.
Does he really?
Yes, I'm going to shoot it.
Mac 10 or Mac?
We have a
Mac,
gold-plate Mac. Yeah, you're going to have to clarify that.
I'm guessing it's a Mac 10 or Mac 11. Gold
Like
plated.
a Mac 90?
I don't know what he's, yeah.
I don't.
You're
Well, yeah, they could be so many things. It could be a Mac 90. Could be a
Could
Mac
be a
10.
Makarov. A Makarov.
Could be a Mac. Full auto Makarov.
Yeah, could be a Big Mac. Could be anything. Could be anything. Rob D. New York Outcast says, even being plated, it would be a scratch magnet, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe. Not necessarily.
I mean,
Not
that's
necessarily.
They obviously have more storage space than I do.
Yeah, Thompson. There's a gold-plated Thompson.
Just get you. Just go get you a good AK. Cerakoting. This one here is Cerakoted. I swear by Cerakoting. That stuff is great.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I could tell you this. Walter and I, we are going to wait till you guys see what we do with that 10 millimeter high point we have. It's
I got something in the day though.
It's gonna be delicious.
Oh,
It's gonna be delicious.
It's gonna be badass. It's gonna be right up there. Something you find in Saddam Hussein's bunker.
Yeah, you gonna like it. You gonna like it. I can tell you that right now. See, look.
do I need to order some gold leaf or something so we can put on it?
It's gonna be. All I can say is it's gonna be delicious. I don't know if we'll be dictators, but I don't know if it's coming up to that level. Dictating on a budget. We'll let Patrick. We'll let you shoot it.
Yeah, no, that's all I ask.
Yeah.
I have a special request. I have a question here that's being asked of me to ask.
Okay.
On the show.
All right.
What about gas adjustment? Any plans like any kind of adjustable thing for silencers, or pressers, or anything like that?
Yeah, so we've talked about trying to make our own gas block be adjustable, but there's also the piston as well. So we haven't decided which direction we want to go on that, if we're going to do that. But those accessories are already available. I know on like Hank's gun, we put an adjustable piston so he can do that. Right. So we know that works on our firearms. So that, down the road, it may be something where we offer that as a purchase. Hey, give us a call and we can do our own gas block. But it's something we got to toy around with. We're still a young company. We released the firearm in October. So, we haven't even had a whole year yet at this. Yeah, we have a lot of experience building AKs between the four of us. We just really right now we're focusing heavy on a production rifle, and then we can start toying with things as we're more successful.
Okay, cool. Have you seen some of the self-adjusting, like the folks sponsoring us, Franklin Armory? They have the Ops 416. That's a self-adjusting piston. It's for an AR.
Yeah.
But I'd like to see them do that for like the AK. That'll be cool.
It'd be something that we would be, willing to test out if they get serious about it. And we have a collection of AKs as well, just like you guys have, that we can, put it in several different ones and play with it. It's something we want to build friends in the industry and grow as they grow. So if it's something that, hey, we can pair with somebody and, at a decent price, we can offer that, then great. If we have to make it in-house, we will. But if someone like that says, hey, we have this cool part and we can add value to your firearm, there's no reason, not to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The sky's the limit, baby. Sky's the limit.
Like I said, we're AK nuts as well, so we're constantly playing with things and playing with things and seeing what we can do with them, all the time. So we talked to Hank once upon a time, and I did it to my firearm. I drilled a hole into my charging handle so I can use it as a close quarters sight, and it works pretty well. So.
Wait. Don't just dust over that. You drilled a hole in your charging handle as a close quarter sight.
Yeah, so I rotate the gun sideways, and now I can actually use my charging handle as a sight.
Yeah.
Just like a little peep. Is there any front?
Yeah. So like this,
just
right?
a little peep sight.
Like this.
Yeah.
You could. Yeah. Huh.
That's something I've never heard of or thought. But it makes sense.
Yeah. Why you got to be all tactical on us, Patrick?
Right. I mean, it's my personal firearm, and it's stuff I play with. You know, it's things that I look at. How can I improve this to fit me and what I?
That should be a thing. Because all you would need is like a little. You would need just like a clamp on.
Oh, you set Babyface off. You shouldn't have done it.
Coming out and then sideways.
You set Babyface off now.
That's interesting. Okay.
He is on a roll.
Send me your gold-plated one, and then I'll play with it, and we'll figure out.
We'll put some holes in it, right?
Yeah. Yeah. If we ever get a gold-plated one, it is not being shipped anywhere. It is never leaving. It's never leaving. Yeah, that's cool. By the way, that upgrade is called the Hank.
No, Josen calls it the gangster hold. I'm a
gangster hold.
So you're gonna put one of them holes in my Draco?
Yeah, you gotta tick tick.
I'm looking at your ass through my hole in my charging handle now.
Yeah, you could probably use that charging handle on its own without putting anything on it, right?
Yeah, and that's, the idea came from, I was talking to some people who, overseas guys, lots of deployments, combat stuff, and they, it was something we were taught and we've used in the past, and was just kind of, hey, can we actually make this work?
Yeah. Okay, so Tyven Show, and don't get this twisted, Patrick. Tyven Show says, Hank, did you get a butt tattoo to have them make an AK for you? So, that's a real thing. Babyface, you want to explain what that is?
The AK guy, the guy that's making the 50 cal AK.
Brandon
Herrera. He put it out there that anybody that would show up to the Clash Bash and get a butt tattoo of his logo would get a free AK, and somebody took him up on it.
I think multiple people.
There are pictures on Instagram. I've seen them.
And I think he said he's taking all comers or something like that.
You don't want to put that kind of thing out because people will do anything, forget something.
Oh, God, yeah.
Yes.
They probably tattoo themselves for a hot dog. So
Oscar Mayer, get the wiener on your wiener on a wiener.
I get a free lunch, man. I got me a cool ass tattoo on my ass. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Adam Smith 86 says, Hank getting a tramp stamp? No.
Right, that's how he got it.
My butt does not need any extra damage like with tattoos or anything like that. It's not that. First of all, I don't even have a butt. I have a classical Indian having a butt. The one part of me that's Indian is the butt.
Buttocks.
Yeah, so one does not exist, in other words. So that's not a good place. No. I would have to do face tats or something if I did tattoos.
Oh, God, you're going to be like, what's his name?
Mike Tyson?
I guess, Mike Tyson's the originator.
Yeah.
Well, I was thinking, what's the white rapper? Oh, Jesus.
White rapper? Post Malone?
Post Malone, that's what I was thinking, but yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see this is way off topic, did you see the picture of him the other day in Walmart with a open carrying? He's a true gun guy, 100% true gun guy.
I totally believe Post Malone's ass would be up in the Walmart.
Where,
he probably drove a Rolls Royce Wraith up to the Walmart.
What state was that?
Texas.
Oh.
Okay.
I think it's in Texas. No, it might be Missouri? I can't remember, but somebody posted a picture of him open carrying.
Okay, see if you can find it. Yeah, see. Oh, hold on. Let me see. Post Malone, open carrying Walmart.
It'll come up, I guarantee.
Yeah, now I got to search it. Did you guys see the chase that was on the news this morning with the RV, the woman in the RV?
I heard about it. Didn't see it.
Yeah.
What happened?
This woman stole an RV.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. She stole an RV and was on the run from the cops. Yeah.
So how'd that turn out?
Really bad.
Did she roll it?
Yeah, she was smashing into all kinds of things. I'll have to see if I could. I'll have to see if I could find that. But yeah, she was smashing into different cars and stuff. The front window, all kinds of stuff was busted up on it. One of the dogs just jumped out while she was in motion. You know, yeah, we're gonna have to find that here at some point. But it was in the news. Okay, hold on. There's pictures. Let me see.
It was in Utah, by the way.
Yeah, hold on. Let me throw this up here. So is that Post Malone? Walmart open carry. Oh yeah, representing.
And by the way, that looks just like a plasticky Glock to me. Nothing fancy. It wasn't carrying anything expensive.
Yeah, that is a Glock. Isn't it? I think it's no.
I think it's
let
a
me ask a
Is
question
that a Glock?
for the crowd here.
I would not even recognize him if I was walking around there. Look at what kind of rapper wears these kinds of shoes right here?
Hang on a second here.
Wait, no, those are Gators. Those are
The
Gators.
gator. No, man.
I
those
take
are
it back.
Gators.
You got
No.
slippers on?
I take it back. Those are Gators.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are Gators. You got to respect that. Patrick, I know you're into boots, man. You're a boots guy.
Gotta have good boots, man.
That's where you spend your money, apparently. This is something I know about you.
Yeah. Like, you gotta have a good Ariat. Standards are great.
Yeah.
You have good boots, man.
Is this a Colorado thing?
I don't think so. I think it's just I think it's a farm kid thing. You grow up on a farm, you like boots, man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so in the last 10 minutes, I'm going to get into something controversial, and it just hit me. How has weed and guns mixed in Colorado now that it's state legal?
It
Well,
can't mix.
it can't on the 4473. It can't. What has anything come of that?
Not really. I mean, we haven't seen anything. I mean, you don't. I mean, I haven't even heard of a report of a gun shop having to like turn down a crowd of high people. I mean, I think people kind of know that you can't go buy a gun when intoxicated. Right?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I mean, really, the biggest issue you see in Colorado is just the political game, right? Is our governor won 4 counties, a whole 4 of them, and became governor, so that's cool.
62.
And out of 62 counties, he won 4.
What? How on earth does that work? Were
Well,
they
that's
just-
It works because there's no electoral college, that kind of thing. All the
right.
populations in those 4 counties, that's how it works.
Right. So
Ask them
I
in
mean-
Illinois how it works.
right. So that's, I mean, you really see more issues politically of them wanting to take away guns. Like we just passed the red flag law and all that stuff. And, we had, what was it? I don't know, 20 some sheriffs came out and said that they weren't going to enforce it. And it was a horseshit law, so on and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
And the government still passed it, right? Even though half the state's saying we're not going to enforce it. So I don't know. We see probably more problems with that than you see with the marijuana and guns mixing.
Aren't they trying to recall the guy that pushed that? Red
Yeah,
flag?
I think right now pretty much everybody in our state government is being recalled. I mean, it's just because we voted for people even in the rural areas, and they signed on with the red flag bill, stuff like that.
We
So
have-
like
How in Colorado? How?
Right.
We have those
Jeez.
here as well. So
Yeah.
all the Californians moved here, and they want to bring their laws with them.
Yeah.
that sounds like Florida.
Well, that's the problem with this state.
Yeah.
All these
New
people
Yorkers-
from New York and
New Yorkers
all
come
these
down and
places.
go, "Oh, we want to make it just like New York."
Yeah. Not
we don't
all
wanna-
New Yorkers. I'm a New Yorker, and I didn't do that.
We don't
but-
want to pay no taxes, but you really don't need those guns, do you? They
Yeah,
scare
exactly.
Yeah.
Right,
I got a Glock question here. You brought up Glocks before. I got a friend called me today that had a painted Glock, and he was wondering how to get the paint off the Glock to take it back to black. Is there any way to do that?
Soak it.
I
Acid.
think it.
Acetone.
Well, I think it's painted with like Cerakote or something.
Ooh.
So
Oh,
Yeah, there's an
Right.
easy way.
you gotta blast
Blow it up.
you have to
Right.
blast it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blow it up.
Sandblast.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it has to be sandblasted.
You don't
down.
want to blast it. I see. You couldn't blast it like I use silicon carbide. So silicon carbide, it'd eat that damn thing up. So
That's the problem. Is getting it back down now is going to be a pain in the ass because
I told him
they-
just to paint it black.
they suggest blast like if you watch the Cerakote stuff, they always say like if you mess up, cure it, blast it, do it again. So
But
Yeah.
that's on metal.
Yeah. So
yeah.
here's the thing. Was it a bad paint job or something, or he just doesn't like the color?
It's painted a color he don't like, I guess.
Oh, okay. Trade it in with someone.
Yeah, just sell it.
Yeah. Trade it.
That's
Trade.
Get some more Cerakote and paint it black.
Yeah.
You can't. Cerakote doesn't stick to Cerakote.
Yeah.
Well, then you have to
Spray.
etch the surface.
Just sell it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's exactly just sell it. Get rid
Yeah.
of it.
Sell it. Trade it. Maybe someone
I
else
mean,
has a.
is it a good color like flat dark earth, or is it
I
a
have
tart
no
color
idea.
like
He didn't
purple?
go
Yeah.
into
Is
the
it
color.
purple? Yeah. Exactly. That's
If
what I was
it's
gonna say,
purple,
Patrick.
then-
No. If it's purple, SoCal Gunner gave us $2. He says that's why we can't give up electoral college.
Yes, exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Now, by the way, here I'm gonna play. You guys will have to see this in the replay. I'm gonna play this footage of this woman driving around, smashing up people's cars with this RV. It's kind of insane. And then here's her dog. It looks like a pit bull. Is like hanging out the windshield, and then decides to jump out when it's moving. We should see that here somewhere soon. But it's like in this, this has to be California where they do these helicopter chases. So anyway, eventually they catch up to her after she smashes up a couple of people's cars. They catch up to her and lock her up. So.
Or no?
Huh?
Oh my God! Look at that thing! Holy shit!
Yeah.
People think. You know how much people's property she destroyed?
Yeah, a lot.
I'm all for making people. They got to pay for it somehow. I don't care if they got. I don't care if they got to pay for it for the rest of their freaking life. They got to pay for it.
Yeah.
The only one that I've ever thought was kind of awesome was that guy that made the Killdozer. You guys remember that back in
yeah.
He just ran a bunch of shit over.
Destroyed the whole town.
Yeah.
Just about.
The mayor was trying to take all of his shit, and he got tired of it, so he welded himself into a bulldozer and started blasting the town, man.
Yeah.
He made his own tank, basically.
Yep.
Yeah, you know what? That's crazy.
Proud of
Yeah.
him,
Yeah. Let's see. Hillbilly Nitro says, I bet she voted for Hillary. Who knows?
I bet she didn't vote.
Who knows? Yeah.
Probably right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Someone says it looks like Grand Theft Auto. And Aries says that's how you get your ass beat by the cops. No, she's fine. And Moobut says shocked that wasn't in Florida. No, it wasn't in Florida. Let me see if we have any Florida news. Because yesterday we were talking about this, Patrick. I don't know if you saw this. In Gainesville, they found a shark, 100-pound shark.
What? Wait, what?
Yeah. Look it up. They just found in a creek.
Land shark.
Yeah, dead. It was dead. They found in some creek where there's alligators and stuff. They just found a 100-pound shark.
Did somebody bring that? How the hell does that get there?
Yeah. Is someone trying to share their screen? Okay, that's Walter.
Was dumped by somebody. Yeah, so it was a shark that was dumped.
I think it was someone's pet. That's my theory.
Could have been. Yeah, it could have been in a something.
Yeah, that was someone's pet. Let's see if we can find some. I don't know if you have this in Colorado, Patrick, but we always have some crazy Florida man news.
Yeah, there's no such thing as Colorado man.
Yeah, there is one.
Dude, we don't get all excited like that, dude.
Yeah. Oh, let's go for a hike right now. That happens all the time. Hikes always. This is the thing that I notice. Hikes always break out in Colorado.
They break out.
What the hell?
It's like a flash hike?
Yeah, I was in Colorado and I was hanging out with this guy. He's like, oh man, this is like a cool place to go for a hike. I was like, no, dude. No, I'm not just randomly stopping and going for a hike somewhere.
Go for a hike.
Yeah, but you guys apparently do this, right? Right, Patrick?
You just, like, maybe you heard of there's a waterfall tucked back there or a good fishing lake or something like that. So you got to go. You know, I'm down.
You gotta go.
Yeah, if I can't drive there, no thanks. I'm not randomly going for a hike. Yeah.
Right.
So.
I'm with Hank.
Where's your sense of adventure, man?
Put those teens into work.
Right.
I'm with Hank.
Yeah, see, Dave agrees with me. He must not be a true Colorado person.
I'm fourth generation Denverite.
Oh, okay. Oh, whoa, okay. All
He
right.
hangs out in the city and goes near lakes. I mean, that's the thing.
Yeah.
I go to Nebraska if I want to hike.
Yeah. Okay, let's see here. So I got a Florida man thing, but it's a guy, Florida man with concealed gun in his waistband shot himself when he took it out.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah. Good job.
Yeah. Bad safety rules being followed here. So
Yeah, look up. Man, find you a good Florida man. We got
that's
1
not a
minute
good
left.
one. I'm not even gonna really show that one because it's not really that good one.
Number one right now on our Florida man. Florida man doesn't pull over his pickup truck for cops because he's receiving sexual favors from Florida woman in passenger seat.
That's what the hell's wrong with that?
I'm busy.
How's that a crime?
I feel like once a week our local radio station in the morning does like news from Florida just because we're sitting here like, what the hell is wrong with everyone in Florida?
We
Is
got
it the
good
water
shit
or
down
what?
here.
Yeah, man. We just having fun. We live in life. We're living life out here. Yeah, it's real out here. You know, here's one thing that we did not talk about. I don't know if anyone wants to. We can do it maybe in this last couple minutes. Huawei. Does anyone out there have a Huawei phone? Who has a Huawei phone?
They're the ones that are spying on everybody, right?
Huawei phone?
Yeah, Huawei phone. Huawei.
Huawei is what it looks like when you.
Nope.
It's pronounced Huawei, but
because right now with this whole trade war.
That's one from China, right?
Yep.
Yeah, with the whole trade war going on, Huawei phones have kind of been like, I think Trump signed an executive order saying that U.S. companies can't work with them, and then Google basically stopped supporting them. I think they got a temporary reprieve, but the thing with, other than the trade war going on, Huawei phones are wide open that the Chinese can spy on us, you know? And the people on the top of the company are in the Communist Party.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, I got news for you. All the executives over there are in the Communist Party.
Yeah.
They a couple years ago they were bringing in laptops that had a backdoor / spyware thing built in, and they were saying that it was for it was some custom solution that they had built for some sort of like security thing. And one of the engineers that was looking at it was like, Microsoft has this feature built into Windows. Why would you put a backdoor in unless you were looking for nefarious reasons? No.
Yeah.
The U.S. government was buying modems from that company that had chips in it that did that stuff too.
Also, here's the big thing about Huawei. They're a pretty big phone company, billions of dollars, but they are the number one people that have the hardware that we need to go 5G.
I guess we'll stay forward.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. I mean, come on, really? We can't do that stuff, really?
Yeah, we can.
We can. Yes,
we can, but we're not in America.
Most of that shit is stolen from us, anyways. To be quite honest.
This goes. You know what? This goes back to what we were saying about AKs to bring this full circle, Walter. One, AK stolen. I agree with that. That's true.
That's what Kalashnikov said.
Yeah. And two,
Once the Russia opened up a little bit, they were all pissed off because you make AK, you pay me no money. It's like, well, like a homie, you traded AKs for oil, you traded AKs for sugar, you traded AKs for everything. So that's what happens.
Also, Kalashnikov, he was in a communist country, so I don't know what he's.
Yeah, he could have been like, what's his face, and flying in a private jet, but no, he was a commie, so it didn't work that way.
Yeah. But.
Stoner, Eugene Stoner.
Stoner, yeah. The thing is that, I think we absolutely can, but just because of money. I think Ericsson, from what I saw, they can do this stuff, but it's just going to be more expensive. So, yeah, very interesting. I just wanted to see if there's anyone out there in the world that has a Huawei phone, because I hear there's lots of them in America right now.
Yeah, but you can buy them on the internet. Yeah.
Yeah, you had one. Okay.
I had it was before Google came out with the Pixel, the Nexus 6 is I think what I had, and then I switched to an iPhone.
Okay. Well, you're a millennial, so we understand.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. The rest of us won't do it. Okay, so cool. Let's wrap this up here so that these guys can close up the shop. I don't know what time it is over there at this point.
Hey, it's only 7. They're good, right?
They're good. They're good.
2 hours difference.
Yeah, they're gonna have to work extra now. They've been trying to be quiet while they've been like making everything by hand while we were over here doing this. I think it was fun. Hopefully people got lots of questions and stuff like that answered. So let's start off with you, Patrick. How can people follow Accu-Tech? How can they find you guys, get in touch with you?
We're the most active on Instagram. So Acu-Tech Arms on Instagram. That's where we're the most active. We post stuff on there pretty much daily. We respond to DMs, comments, anything on there. Outside of that, you can go to acutecharms.com, reach out to us via email or phone as well. But if you want to see what we're doing on the daily and range days and all that stuff, Instagram is going to be the best place to follow us. We are on Facebook, but typically what you see on Facebook is just being shared from Instagram. We're working on that. We want to kind of break up content. Facebook will get some stuff. Instagram will get other stuff. And then I guess Hank's going to bug me until I get a YouTube video up or page up and running. Instagram's going to be the for you to be in touch with us and see what we're doing.
Yeah, stop going for walks in the mountain Get some YouTube videos up.
It just snowed on Monday, so like one last
It
trip.
snowed on Monday?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
What? It's like 100 degrees here.
It's still snowing in America.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Like we still have skiing to do, guys.
Yeah.
Christmas is not for us.
Yeah. It's
Jesus.
global warming.
Got to go up to that lake up the mountain and do a little ice fishing or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so make sure you guys check out Acu-Tech. What about you, Walter? How can the folks? Because you're about to go. Well, you're not going off till next week. You're going to be here Tuesday.
Next Wednesday. I mean,
Okay.
when you're oobling the $5,000 1911s, I'll be on my way to England. So,
Okay. All right.
So Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Safety Hour Firearms, and then Mower Death, and then also over on Gunstreamer too. There's some Twitter stuff that gets simultaneously posted. So yeah, stay tuned. And when I go across the pond, I'll be doing stuff all the time. So
yeah, we expect lots of posts since you are a social media monster now. So we expect.
Yeah, I got to feed the beast. Once you start feeding, you can't stop.
Yeah,
so.
we expect tons of posts on that. Babyface P, what about you?
Baby_face P on Instagram, Babyface P on YouTube. More videos will be coming out soon. I actually need to edit one tonight and maybe put it up tomorrow morning. The lathe chuck, the 3-jaw chuck is done. It's ready to be used.
Came out beautiful.
It looks so good. You can actually spin it with one hand and open it up. It's amazing. But yeah, more videos will be coming up. So go check it out there. And hopefully, as I learn to use lathe, people can learn with me because I know nothing about.
We're gonna have to have a thread cutting.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's the idea of thread cutting seems scary to me. Where it's like
no problem. Once you get the theory, no problem.
You get bumping levers and.
Yeah. Now let me ask you this question, Babyface. Do you have a gun streamer?
Yeah, I do. I think it's Babyface P on Gunstreamer, and I believe they auto import all my videos. So yeah, if anybody is on there and wants to look, I'm on there too.
Yeah, awesome.
I haven't really been dedicated to it, but it is there.
Okay, good. That's cool. As they're bringing over your stuff, so that
that's right.
If YouTube drops the bomb on you, you got a backup. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
What were you going to say, Walter? Were you going to get something?
Oh, nothing. Just a little chuckling. That's all.
Oh, okay. Patrick, did you have something?
Nope.
Okay. All right. Let me just drop. It's not the end here. Let me drop the outro though. Let me just drop that on the people here. There you go. Make sure you subscribe, thumbs ups, ring the bell so you can be notified. Of course, a big thank you to Franklin Armory for sponsoring the podcast here as well. Shout out to everyone that's out there. We won't be here tomorrow or Friday. We'll be back sometime next week. Not Monday either.
Monday's a holiday.
Yeah, Monday's a holiday, so we're going to be off. We'll probably see you guys on Tuesday, and Walter will be here Tuesday. Wednesday is going to be Robert Bianchin from Cab of Guns. That should be a good show. I think Babyface will be here for that one as well.
I need to bring my expensive stuff. Show up.
Yeah, Me Too on Tube says
drink with my pinky out.
Yeah, Me Too on Tube says need a link for Acu-Tech. There's no H in it, so it's ACU-TEC for anyone out there. Obviously, we're trying to help them raise the profile and all that stuff, but if you're looking for it, that's the best way that I could tell you guys. What did you want to say to that before we go, Patrick? How people can
find it? I was going to say no H on our Instagram, no spaces, all caps. That'd be the best way to find it.
Yeah.
It's a picture of our rifle, so when it's two AKs stacked on top of each other, that's our profile picture.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. If does anyone else have anything? Say, speak now or forever hold your peace. Okay.
Out.
Walter. Let's all show AKs. Let's all show AKs. There we go. All right, we are out of here. We will see you guys. We'll see you guys next week. We're out. Peace.
Out.
Okay. Awesome.